were in an epic fight for the Adder Farm. A mudslide was collapsed in on the main part of the hive, causing the swarm to protect the queen. Wasp flying out, umber hulks coming out of the mud, taking people out, down. Many of the Adder Farm family have fallen. I believe a few crew are down. And towards the end, one of our own, Val, was taken out as the queen arrived to the battlefield. The ground trembling and falling down around her, Thimble and the deck mage Matt falling into one of the holes down below, about 50 feet down. The queen came up and took out Val. She fell down, and I believe that's where we find ourselves in the middle of this action. The queen is just enormous over this muddy hole in the ground. Val's just right there on the edge below the queen, near the edge of another hole that Thimble fell into. There's just one Umber Hulk and a Wasp on the mat, and 2 maggots spawn. These hulking creatures are kind of like walking incubators for the pulpa, the little maggoty worms that will eventually grow into Umber Hulks. They walk around, have sharp protective teeth, and in their maw they have just hundreds of wriggling little maggots. One of them bit down on Hadal, and he could see a few crawling up in him. I believe that Koa also got bit by one. And now one sees Val's body on the ground and is walking towards it as the queen hovers over her. I believe it is Hadal's turn.
Okay. I'm going to run over to Val.
Okay. You have to use some movement, some extra movement to get around the hole. But I don't think that inhibits you at all. I just wanted to.
Yeah.
I forgot you were running away.
Okay. Sorry, I just want to see my spell thingy.
He hasn't thought about it at all. So he's just coming up with it right now.
Okay. And I'm gonna cast Healing Word at 2nd level. Which will be a bonus action, and that's going to be a 2d4 plus 2 for a total of 6. Oh no, plus my spellcasting modifier. So plus it's 9 total.
We're live.
All right, 9.
And then I'm going to use my action to take on my waveform and turn watery.
Water just spills on the ground and swirls up, and Hadal takes his waveform. I believe I have it. Couple of maggots just fly out of you. You're large, right?
I forget, but probably.
I'll make you large. I just want to see your waveform take on an equal size Umber Hulk. All right, you should have control of it.
Okay. And I'm going to step here.
All right.
And in my turn.
Val, you come to as salt water sprays off of you or into your face. You look over, and Hadal's sitting there. The beating of the queen's wings are causing a mist to spray over you, and you're healed. You get up and you see yourself in between a hole and a hard place. Whose turn's next in the order?
After me, it is Sinclair.
Okay. Captain told me to heal Jimmy Allright. He is the guy in the circle just to my south.
Yes, that's,
Okay,
that's
cool.
Jimmy Allright.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay. I start doing like CPR stuff on him. I'm gonna spend an action to give him 5 HP with a lay on hands.
Conditions as well?
I don't think so. It is just HP.
Okay, that's fine. I think we were playing it last time as if you healed them, they would. Well, he'll probably have a point of exhaustion, we'll say, because he's been frozen for a few rounds.
Oh, right. Okay. He was a frozen guy. I got you.
Yeah, he was frozen pretty early on in the fight. So I'm going to say he's pretty bad, but you stabilize him for sure.
Hang on. Could you restore a creature to a number of hit points remaining in the pool, or 5 HP to either cure a disease or to neutralize a poison affecting the creature? So that's not not it. So
okay, but I'm gonna put a little tag on him. He's got a few points of exhaustion,
but he's alive. So I'm like doing chest compressions on him, and I'm gonna look over at Naughty. Naughty, you gotta go get Val. Go get Val.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a persuasion check on Naughty.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be doing anything, so I'll raise my voice. And bonus action, give myself a bardic. This one's important. Okay, that's a 3. Okay, Naughty, mate, get off your ass. You gotta help her.
Wait, so what did you roll total?
Oh. So total, I got a freaking 29. 29.
Naughty doesn't take orders from anybody but Val, is that correct?
He doesn't. Mate, get up there, and I'm gonna start running to get closer to the combat.
Yeah.
Make decisions for yourself, mate.
But what about if the order is like for the sake of Val? Surely he would understand that.
Well, listen,
there is a DC, and I told HUD what the DC was, and he did not make the DC.
Did you hack my robot?
To persuade him, that's all.
He,
I was one shy. I just barely missed it. I'm so disappointed.
I wanted it so bad. I had it in my head what would happen. Anyway, you can keep trying.
I mean, he won't need persuading when it's our turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna think I did it though.
Okay, Sinclair, epic turn.
Yeah.
Did you use all your movement?
Yeah.
All right, who's next in the order?
After Sinclair, it is Val.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, kind of like on the ground, like looking in awe at Padal and then the bugs. What is the situation going on with Thimble?
Thimble's off the map right now.
Fuck Thimble.
I think you looked.
Well, he's that man.
We'll have to worry about that later.
Yeah, I think I remember you looking down the hole and seeing an object in the hole, but it was too dark for you to make it with your perception check that you made. You have no sight nor sign that Thimble is okay.
Okay. Can I touch the queen?
Yeah, you could probably turn around, and there's probably a leg dangling nearby.
Great, yeah. laying bleeding on the ground, she'll grab one of the queen's legs and shocking grasp.
Nice. Okay.
And that
Do
is,
I make a save, or are you just making an attack?
I am making an attack. It is a 21 to hit.
Oh, 21 to hit. 21 hits. Queen's
Beautiful.
big, easy to hit. No, yeah, but has thick armor.
2d8. That's 7 is 13 damage, and she cannot take reactions.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh, cool.
So I'll do that and then scoot away as far as I can away from her.
Okay. Are you getting up from prone?
Yes. So
Okay,
I can
that's 15
only.
feet of your movement.
I'll make it back.
I think you're on a diagonal space away from this
Oh,
incubator
really?
bug. Yeah, so you
Okay.
might get an attack of opportunity from him, but not the queen.
Can you teleport?
I
Any vortexes left?
Misty step.
have a vortex left, but I don't want to do that.
Just take the chance.
Can you do it on yourself?
I don't think I can. It's more like moving an object from one place to, or moving another person.
Yeah, I guess putting yourself 90 feet away is a little crazy.
Okay, then I will. Bonus action. Cast Sanctuary on myself. So anything that tries to attack
Yeah, okay.
me has to make a wisdom save. If it fails, it attacks anything but me.
Ooh, okay. So a little extra protection.
Yeah. Shit. I can't move. I can't get out of here.
Now you can move because he'll have to make a whiz save.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You're not controlling your character. Now you are.
He may just end up hitting Hadal, you know? If you really need to move, which I think you need to move.
If I move, I risk. Okay.
There is a risk of falling in that
That's the-
hole. So it will be an acrobatics check to get around it, but
Okay.
You have a bardic too.
Then I'll try. Acrobatics to move at all.
yeah, to kind of close the gap in between your crewmate and the hole. I'll say that it's a DC 11 acrobatics check.
Cool. 18.
All right, easy enough. Okay, this guy's going to go. He's got to make a wisdom saving throw to hit you.
Wisdom 17.
Okay, I'm gonna roll it on the screen. He's got a +1 to this. A 7. He misses, or he attacks somebody
Failed.
else. Is that correct?
Yeah.
It
Failed the wisdom
attacked.
saving throw.
On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target.
Okay, it will be at Hadal in the wave form. It's going to have +4 to its attack. Hey, you're all right.
Nice. That misses.
It definitely misses.
But the +4.
Ah, the +4. Check your stats.
No.
Yep. Val, you get up, you sway, you get around the hole easy enough. Your crewmate kind of pulls you out there and throws you a little bit past the hole. And yeah, you just see on the opposite end, you get away from that area. You can kind of hear again now that big buzzing of the queen's flapping wings you're not as close to it anymore. Cool. Hey, what a turn of the tides.
Naughty comes barreling over.
Yeah, blast past the captain. Ow! Naughty's just.
That's it.
You're
Go,
doing it, mate.
All right, he gets here. Jumps over these bushes.
Cool.
That's us.
All right. That's our artificer gang. Who's next on the table?
After Valence to the allies.
Allies' turn. Who's playing Koa? Who's playing the captain?
Roxana, why don't you play Koa?
Sure. Wow, a monk. Let me find him.
I was about to dig through the chat to find whatever. I think you sent us the link the other day.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you guys have the link for the captain. If not, I can throw it to you real quick.
Oh, do you want one of us to play the captain?
Actually, I guess I can.
I mean, if you want to. I assume that you like playing the captain.
I do like playing the captain. Yeah, I do. I really do.
If you've got too much on your plate, one of us can. I would nominate Hudson.
Well, a lot of the players are down right now. So I
There's
don't
not
have
many
that much on my plate anymore. I did have a lot, but right now
Exactly.
quite a manageable load. There's only 4 crew members. Well, spoiler alert. There's only 4 crew members up. The captain and Koa.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Why is that a spoiler?
Oh, I was
Thimble?
saying. I was also counting Lilly as one of the crew members, but. Okay, so I roll a. Man, it's only 4 people now, so I roll a d4 to see how many hit. I'm gonna do it with advantage because that makes more sense to me. Okay, all 4 hit. So they're just gonna start pummeling the queen if that's okay. They see the big target, and now that it's out, collectively, the 4 of them do 25 points of damage to the queen. And Koa, if you want to go, I'm gonna get the captain pulled up and see what I can do.
I not an accidentally. I super on purpose used all of the key points. So
That's what I was going to ask. Do you have any?
Right,
No.
right.
Okay, well then he does punches.
Punches. Wow. Punches.
How many punches does he get?
2 regular ones, and then he can do 1 without the modifier as a bonus action.
1 without the modifier.
Well, you always can do an unarmed strike as a bonus action. So technically it could do 3 punches, but the third one's not going to be as strong.
Okay. Okay. I see. All right, 2 punches. Here they come. On. Ooh, this gross larva guy. First is going to be 25 to hit.
Hell yeah.
It hits.
Okay. A d6 plus 6 points. And then the next hit is a 19 plus things.
19 plus things hits. How much damage was the first one? You said 16?
6 only,
Oh,
and then
6.
another 6,
Okay.
and then he gets a bonus
Bonus punch.
punch. Is an 11 to hit? Probably not.
Grubbies.
Ooh, no. 11 is not enough to hit.
Nope. Okay.
Okay.
Then
The captain's going to bonus action dash across the mat, just enough 60 feet. She's going to make an acrobatics check to leap over the hole. It's not great, but we have stats for this now.
18.
Acrobatics. So, yeah, she rolled a natural 5 plus 18, so she got 23 to get over the hole. She leaps over the hole, rapier out. She comes up and is going to double attack the queen. She's going to use her rapier. First one is a natural 19. And the other one is a 16 to hit. The first one does hit. And yep, she's just going to do standard damage. Cool. All right. Queen Bee's looking real bad. Then I don't think she can do anything else. I mean, she used her bonus action to dash just to get within 5 feet. So next turn she'll be able to do more. Okay. I think the other crew, are going to move into position to kind of assist. And now that Lilly has her family safely in a shed, she's going to run up next to Sinclair, and once she gets up there, that's when she starts releasing her arrows and everything. Cool.
What about Jimmy Allright? Jimmy Allright's alive. But
Jimmy Allright.
Oh, he's exhausted.
He's pretty exhausted. He's got. Let me get out my DM screen. He was down for 4 rounds. So he's got 3 levels of exhaustion. So disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, speed halved, and disadvantage on ability checks. He's going to. Yeah, he's pretty worthless in that. Maybe he'll go down here and just be a stopgap measure, just a meat shield for the shed. Get in front of the door just in case something happens, wasp or anything. Cool. The other crew members are. I'm going to just take them off the map. They're down. There's one.
Are they dead?
Those 2 had been down. Actually, no, they would be rolling. See, this is what I have to decide. Do I want the crew to roll best saving throws, or do I want to give them like 2 rounds to be down? This would be the second round that they were down. Actually, I think you healed both of them.
I healed both of them at some point in the last few rounds.
Yeah.
I don't remember when.
Yeah, so this would be the first round that they're down. I want to treat them more. I want to treat them more like NPCs. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just roll a single death saving throw for them and see if they're up or down, or is that unfair?
I don't. Why would it be different?
Well, because if they're at 0 hit points and they're NPCs, then they would just be dead. You wouldn't have had a chance to heal them and save them.
Why is that?
What?
Because they would be like any other NPC, like any other bad guy or anything. Like when they hit 0, the bad guys don't make death saving throws.
Well, I guess that's just normally because it would just be redundant if they can't be healed. That
Yeah.
we just have to finish everybody off once they're down.
Okay, I'll roll death saving throws for them.
I mean,
I
I
want it to be
didn't know
we
that
agree
worked
on.
another way.
Yeah, I want it to be whatever
Only-
we
only-
think is fair.
Because the
The,
whole
the,
point is
the
that
DM's
there's-
not gonna roll death saves for goblins, but he will for NPCs he cares for or are important bad guys, you know?
I feel like they're closer to adventurers, like the player characters, than they are randos.
Cool. I'm fine with it. I just want to, I was just trying to. Okay, so this will be their first round at death saving throws then. So up at the top, we're just going to go clockwise. Success, fail, success. So I'm just going to put a green or blue or a blue or red on them. So we got a few successes and one failure. Cool. That was their turn. That's all the goodies. Who's next?
after the baddies, it's to the bugs. And Roxanne, I was wrong. I was reading about the Astral Self Monk, and they do add the modifier even to the unarmed strike. So all of the punches that they do would be 1d6 plus 4.
Yes. Yeah. Even so, that last one didn't hit. But yeah, they're all the same. Good.
I have something for. Oh, Hadal's okay, but Koa is going to take a little bit of damage at the start of each of the target's turn. Target takes. Okay. Koa is going to take 12 points of damage at the start of his turn as the maggots start to crawl up in his skin.
Okay. Disgusting.
All right, that was the good guy's turn. Who's next?
After the baddies?
Those were the
Alan.
goodies, I believe.
Yeah,
Those
now
were
it's
the
to the
good guys.
bugs.
Now it's bugs. Cool. Bugs. All right. How far away was this bug? Can this bug get to you guys? Yes. Bug's gonna go to a cluster. Okay, so we'll start with the Umber Hulk on that crew member. It makes 3 attacks. So plus 8. So 15 to hit, over 20 to hit, over 20 to hit. So it's going to do 30 points of damage to this crew member who stays strong. I'm giving the crew members like 40 hit points. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, yeah. And I'm just making their AC like a standard like 15.
They're tough.
Yeah. They're tough. They're seasoned. People with
They're
names
naughty.
people with names and a little bit of story behind them, a la Jimmy Allright or whoever, are going to. That is essentially leveling up for an NPC. So they get a little bit hardier, they do a little bit more damage, and they get a little bit more hit points, in my mind.
We have to name all of the crew.
You got to
Yeah, same.
name all the crew. You got to connect with them. We have to fall in love with each and every one of their stories. So,
Your friend
okay.
is helpful.
Okay. We see about the wasp on Sinclair, and okay, does not do that. Okay, it's going to come down and try to bite Sinclair. Yeah, it was the first one it saw.
Bite
okay.
me.
Yeah, Sinclair just has a stupid AC, so I gotta play it like a dumb insect. It sees a small thing, it's gonna bite it. It's just a 13. It's not gonna hit.
No good. Dink.
That's the. It only gets one attack. That's fine.
Okay.
It didn't recharge its cold spray. Cold spice. Okay. Then Hadal, you are going to be attacked by the incubator bug. It's going to make it's going to make one bite attack. On you. It's going to, in your wave form, it's going to hit for 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. You can't be poisoned in this form, right?
Correct.
Okay. So that hits. Okay, and the other one is a 14 to hit you?
That meets it, so that does hit.
Okay. So
what kind of damage does it do?
It's piercing damage.
Okay.
You're going to take 20 points of damage, 10 for each hit. Okay.
It's halved because I'm resistant to piercing.
Sick. Thank you for that.
Ooh.
Okay. The queen is going to. Actually, I'm going to do the other incubator bug, and then we'll get to the queen. Koa's going to get some attacks on it. It's going to try to infect it again with more maggots. Koa currently has 3 crawling in him. It's going to roll a 19 plus 4, a 23 to hit.
Is this a poison thing?
The target is infested with 1d4 assassin bug eggs. I'm using the assassin bug stat. They immediately hatch in the maggots at the start of the turn. They take a 1d6 piercing damage for each one infecting it. So no, it's not a poison. So I'm just gonna roll. You're not gonna take any damage now, but at the start of Koa's turn, he will.
Okay.
That is going to be 3 more. So Koa
But he's got
currently
multiple
has,
worms in him now?
He's got 6 of them. He's 6 of them. He's filthy with
Riddled.
worms. Riddled. That's its. If it doesn't do bite attacks, it's just this one big attack it does. So it latches down onto Koa again, and you see it kind of dry heave into Koa, with Koa in its mouth, and it lets go, and you can see the bite marks that it left behind. They start to wiggle and kind of spread away, these little bumps in his skin. Then the queen is going to make 2 attacks on Hadal and 1 on the captain. The captain looking.
Got legendary action too.
Thank you for that. Thank you. I will use that afterwards. The captain is going to have to. Let me go ahead and roll for the terrain around it. Nothing happens on the roll I made on the 4. The captain's going to have to make a saving throw against its confusing gaze since it's looking right at the monster. DC 16 charisma. Luckily, the captain is second best at charisma.
Okay.
Yep, third best. Charisma saving throw +4. It is a 9 on the dice. The captain doesn't have anything that allows her to save a charisma saving throw. Rogues don't have anything like that, right?
No, they get
No,
dex up against dex.
Though.
Yeah, dex. Damages you with a melee. Okay. The captain is confused.
Wait, what is her? That you had a 9 on the dice. What's her?
I had a 5 on the dice +4 is her save.
And it's 16 to save.
It's 16 to save, yeah.
Okay.
She rolled pretty low. Single digit, not good. So she's just confused now. But the queen's going to. That just happens because you're looking straight at the queen, which she is. Hadal, can you make the same thing for me? A charisma saving throw of 16.
I got 16. That is good, right?
I think beats.
Excellent. Excellent.
Clutch.
Flash of genius. You can add 5.
I think I got it. I passed, right?
Yeah,
You
he's
just got
good.
it.
I thought meets like it.
Like
Oh,
I'm beating it.
Oh,
So I beat it.
You beat it. I see. Never mind.
yeah. Okay, so the queen is going to go 2 on you. They're going to be slashing damage, Hadal. An 11 to hit, or sorry, plus 11, so 26 on the first one, and 15 on the second one.
Those both hit.
Okay, take 30 points of damage, 15 each. And on the captain, it's going to roll it on the table. It's a plus 11 to hit. Glad I rolled it on the table. Okay. Captain's strong. She hasn't taken, I don't think she's taken any hits. She's taken it. One hit. So the queen is going to, with her, the captain just stares up, kind of blank after attacking her. She looked over to Hadal and may have said, may have just like confirmed that she was there. And when she looked back, all of a sudden, like she's trying to focus and she's looking right at the queen, right in the eye. And she pauses for a second as the queen just claps her mandibles around the captain. She takes 50 points of damage from the queen. And she's confused. This thing. This Umber Hulk is going to move down closer to Naughty. And this guy's going to move, right there where he can hit a few more people. Cool, and that's the bug's turn.
Okay. All right, after bugs, it's to me.
Okay.
I'm going to move here-ish and attack the queen. I'm going to make 2 slam attacks.
Nice. Queen's AC is 18.
18?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Come on, Slammer.
All right, that's 2 misses. And I end my turn.
No.
It's to Sinclair.
Shit. All right, I'm gonna swing on this wasp in front of me and Lily. Okay, I got a 21 to hit him. I'm going to. Ah, balls. I do 6 piercing damage to him,
All right.
and he's pushed 10 feet.
Okay.
And I'm gonna turn to Lily, and I'm gonna say, Lily, run to the robot. Go! And I'm gonna start running towards everybody else, and I'm going to hit this Umber Hulk with my second attack.
You killed the wasp, by the way.
Oh, perfect. Even better.
Yeah.
I got a 22 to hit this Umber Hulk. How does he look?
He looks
look
real
hurt?
rough. He looks real rough,
cool.
yeah. Yeah,
The
team, the crew has essentially been chipping away at this guy the whole time.
Okay, then I will. Yeah, I'm gonna second level smite him. Is that, 2d8. Okay, so 2d8 4. He takes 27 damage.
How do you want to do it?
I just, it's only one attack, but I just poke both his eyes, jump in the air, poke both his eyes, ride his body to the ground. And then I think that's all the. And then I'll use the rest of my movement to get right here so more people can get my aura.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
Epic turn.
Wait. I'm going to bonus action. Wait, do I have a, yeah, I still have a bonus action. I'm going to give the captain a bardic. Wake up, darling. Wink.
Awesome. Very cool. All right, after Sinclair, who's up next?
After Sinclair, it's to Val.
Here we go. I'm going to spit out blood, stare at the queen, and turn the dial on my gun to branding smite and shoot her twice.
Shooter.
It's gonna be 26 to hit. And 18.
Yeah.
What was it?
6 to hit and 18 both hit.
One of these is sneak too.
Ooh, okay.
This might be good.
All right, then we're doing 2d10. That's.
But you would have advantage because other players are in melee, right? Or is it flanking? I can never remember.
It's just
they're
flanking.
engaged with him or with her. What am I doing? What am I doing? 2d10 and branding smite and sneak. Okay. Sorry. 11 plus 13 plus.
Sounds like you have a calculator.
I have a calculator. Plus sneak is 4 more. And then branding smite is 2d6. So that's 10 more. So total of 38.
Ooh, very good.
And she's glowing again, not that it matters.
All right, Queen's looking real rough.
Naughty will get up next to the captain. Naughty will get up next to the captain. No. Oh, Naughty's gonna stay right here. And I'm gonna stand immediately next to him, maybe behind the well.
Okay.
Good idea.
taking aim.
Yeah.
Well, steadying your gun and giving
Yeah.
yourself 3/4 cover.
Yep.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah.
That's
It's
us.
a win-win-win. Cool. All right, that's Val's turn. Who is next?
After Val, it's to the allies.
Allies. All right. I'm gonna start with the captain.
Come on.
All right. Let me look up. Okay. They can't take reactions. Rolls a D8 at the start of its turn to determine what it does. I'm gonna roll it on the screen because I like rolling on the screen. I don't know what I rolled. I'm gonna roll on the screen. I rolled a 1. But a 1 to 4, the creature does nothing. All right, that's her turn. She's still confused. And I'll roll for the rest of them if Koa wants to go.
Sure, he'll keep punching this worm guy.
Lily's going to run up next to Sinclair as well and make her attacks there.
Okay.
2, 3, 4.
Well, it's a 12, a 13, and 18 to hit. Only one?
Only. Are you attacking the bug or the queen?
The bug.
The bug. 14 is his armor class.
So
2
only
hits.
one hit.
Mhm.
Right? I thought you rolled a 14.
Nope, it was a 12, a 13, and yeah.
13.
So
Yep, only one hits.
bug takes 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage along with the crew ally next to them. They defeat the lower incubator bug.
What is Koa on the top of his turn? He takes bug damage.
Yes. Second, he's got 6 of them in there.
What?
So that he's got 6 of them in there. He got hit for 3 of them last
He's
time.
been up on this guy. Yeah.
So that's going to be 66 rolling on the screen. That's 19 points of damage.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
At the start of his turn, Lily and the other members of the crew start chipping away at the other incubator bug, and Lily takes shots at the queen. The crew is lining up. I think this one's going to come over here.
Nice.
And forego an attack and make a medicine check to stabilize this crew member.
I think Koa's down.
Oh, what was he at?
I think if I didn't label this, but I'm pretty sure he was at 18.
Then
Because
for sure.
He got hit last time.
Yeah, he got hit.
He did.
He's been taking bug damage
A few times.
If he started with 18, then
yeah.
he is just down.
crew member up here stabilizes this this crew member, and is going to use the rest of her. Is that firewall still up?
I never said that I dropped it, but I would like to have.
Okay, let's just say you did. She's going to start using the rest of her movement to try to run up to the other crew members. So we got a stabilized crew member, but they're down. Jimmy Allright's down there, guarding the door. The Adder family is in the barn with, I believe it was 3 members of the family had died.
Yeah.
I want to say.
Yeah, I believe 2 sisters.
Dad
Were...
and 2 sisters.
2 sisters and the dad.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. And yeah, that's it. Captain can't do anything. She was going to give commands. She was going to help, but she can't do anything. So, bad situation. Okay, Bug's turn.
Yeah.
Does she
All right.
ever get to save to get out of the confusion?
Let me see.
Because that's why I gave her Bardic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good call.
I was hoping.
Unless surprised, a creature can avert its eyes to avoid the saving throw at the start of its turn. If the creature does so, it can't see the Umber-plague until the start of its next turn. If the creature looks, yeah, I'm definitely doing the confusing thing wrong because it's like every time you look at the thing, you should be making it, but that's lame. I'm going to say that the captain shrugs off her confusion and has the Bardic at the end of this turn. She kind of closes her eyes. It's all that she does just to kind of look down and away at it. And she opens her eyes clear because of your inspiration, but she has not lost it yet. Meanwhile, the incubator bug is going to make an attack on her. Okay, that is going to be an 18 plus 4, 22 to hit. The captain is going to get... Sorry. 2 bugs put into her.
The worst.
All right, so the captain has 2 bugs in her. She's going to take hits on the start of her next turn. And yeah, now the queen's going to go. The queen at the start of her turn is going to have a layer action. 2, sinkholes collapse into the earth. 1d4 sinkholes appear randomly in a 60-foot radius around her. I'm going to, if she is a clock, 12 o'clock, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You guys know how clocks work. I'm going to roll 1d4 to see how many holes there are. There's 2 holes. Now I'm going to roll a 2d12. So here's 1, and there's the other.
Yeah. There's already a hole.
Yeah. There's already a giant hole there, so nothing happens. The hole, I'll say, gets wider. How about that?
Okay.
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, I just messed that up. There you go. And now the queen's going to make her attacks. She's going to make a claw attack on each. No, same thing. Since it all is up in her grill, she's going to make 3 attacks on Hadal. Okay, these are going to be plus 11s right here. So 26 to hit, 23 to hit, and 30 to hit.
Yeah, those all hit.
Cool. 35. You take 55 points of damage from all 3 hits as she's now furiously just swiping at you, clawing at you, and then the mandibles crush down in your waveform. I will say that they are all slashing damage.
Okay.
All
Are
right.
you resistant?
Yeah.
Sick.
Okay.
Very cool. The waveform holds, and that's the end of the bug's turn.
Cool. Hadal's gonna try to make 2 slam attacks on the queen.
Come on.
Here we go. 1 hits.
One
Slammer, dude.
hits. But will it be enough?
Slam that royal lady.
It is 16 bludgeoning damage, I believe.
Okay. All right. Queen's still up, but she's looking. She's right on the door.
After that, it's to Sinclair.
Fuck.
What does it look like as Hadal's slamming a watery bastard?
I imagine it's just like two watery fists, just.
Yeah, like enlarge as like you throw your weight into them, like you're like.
Or maybe it's like 360s and smashes like that.
Oh, cool! Like you're like a typhoon, so you're just like.
Yeah, he just
arms.
rotates at the torso.
Cool. Yeah.
All right. I move around the hole. Like there's 10. There's 20. And I'm rushing right up into this maggot man. Is he looking pretty hurt?
Yes, he's looking very hurt.
Very hurt. I'm gonna have to go ahead and use. Well, let's see if I hit him. Yeah, I hit him. 22 to hit,
Yep.
and I'm just gonna use my last 3rd level smite to push him 10 feet into the queen.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, sorry, that was a D10.
I'll
He
say
takes-
that with that.
Oh,
With,
37.
how much?
37 plus 4 for running into the queen.
Okay. Add 5d6 for fall damage as you push him into the hole.
Oh, great. 6, 4, 5, 15, 18, 19, 20.
We love to see it.
Started off good strong.
All right. What does it look like as Sinclair just blasts this fool into the oblivion?
Yeah, you know, I rush up between the captain and this other guy. Not Gennard, but this other guy, and I slip past him and kind of jump up and get him under the belly, and he launches kind of into the air and then just splats on a piece of mud at the bottom, I guess. And can I hit the queen from here?
You can hit the queen from there, yes.
I'll try to hit the queen from here. Okay, 24 to hit. And
24 hits the queen.
And she's going to take 8 piercing and be pushed 10 feet.
Come on.
Ooh, push 10 feet. Okay, let me see what she is. I'm on another map because characters have now fallen into a secondary map. Okay. 8's almost gonna do it. Very close, very close. Like as close as you can get.
That's my whole thing.
I'll say that with that though, the queen now is on death's door, pushed away, is like out of balance now, and is circling the hole. You know that Thimble and the treasure are down there. She's circling around. She's off of her axis, and she's looking real rough, like as rough as you can get. She's no longer much of a threat, but she's still alive.
Val's turn.
Is she still above the ground?
She's moving erratically, yeah, but she's getting kind of like a little lower and lower. So she's starting to spin down into the hole.
Well, before she disappears, I'll shoot her twice.
All right.
A few times.
Try.
Yeah, leveling on the well, just like, you bitch. That's gonna be a 20 to hit.
Hits.
And another 20 to hit.
All right. You don't even, I mean, if you roll damage if you want, but yeah, you take your gun, you level it on there, mutter under your breath, you bitch. You blast the queen as she flies back around in one eye. You wait just a second into the other eye, and she drops. Go ahead and roll a percentage die. 50% chance she falls on the outside of the hole. 50% chance she lands inside the hole. Top 50 is better or low 50 is like 1 to 49 is down in the hole. Then 50 to 100 is out of the hole.
That's 80.
All right, she lands on the outside of the hole, not crushing anything in the hole. The queen is dead.
Oh, hell yeah.
The bugs have been eradicated.
Can I give Koa 5 healing hands?
Is this healing hands? Is this cure wounds, or is this
This is a lay on hands because I'm all out of spells.
Yeah, you go over to Koa, you lay your hands on him, and you pump those 5 points in, and you see the worms wiggle in his now lifeless body.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, no. Worms are wiggling. He's got worms. What's happening? I haven't seen the worms yet.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna do medicine checks up on top. The one of them comes up, and the crewmate up on top says, "I can't wake him up. Help!" One of the other crew members is up there. I think Lilly is going to run back to her family now that it's gone, and I think this crew member is down. I'm going to say the captain's going to say to the other 2 crew members, "Go up there and see what you can do to help." So these other 2 are going to start running up to the top. And help out up there. Yeah.
Can I didn't use any movement. Can I run over to the hole where Thimble fell through and it just keeps going all the way down through. I can't see the bottom.
It like curves down into the hole, into the main hole. So you can tell that if Thimble fell down this hole, he would have been shot towards the main section of the hive.
I'll jump in the hole.
All right. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Uh, 14. Flash of Genius 19.
There you go. Flash of Genius. You take 5 points of damage as you go down.
Okay.
Oh
As
no.
you slide down this hole, you get to the bottom of the hole, and you pop out. Shit, I forgot to grab you.
Can Naughty have followed?
Yeah, you want Naughty to follow?
Please.
All right. Let me give you control down here. You slide down. Naughty kind of looks down at the hole, kind of stoically, and then just takes one step forward and falls into the hole as well. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for Naughty as well.
Yeah. He gets a 15.
Nice. He also takes 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. You slide down the hole, dirt, mud flying up around you, and you land down in the bottom of the pit. In the area, you're surrounded now by cold air. There's fungus kind of squishy on the ground, but there's also just like stacks of preserved vegetables down here. And you see a dead incubator bug right in front of you. And then you see a larger one over Thimble, who is lying on the ground.
Oh, can it see me?
No, it's busy pumping some maggots into Thimble.
Okay, great. Okay.
Turn around.
That's me.
You have like 3
Well,
MP down there with it.
All right.
Okay.
We make our way back to topside. Koa just went down. Sinclair, you rushed over immediately when you saw it after taking some swipes on the queen. You're laying on hands. You see that Koa's not on death's door, or wouldn't have been on death's door like he normally would have been in the past, but or like any of your friends may have been. But for some reason, he is dead. He is passed.
What?
He's dead. Okay, I'm positive that he's dead.
I mean, you can go ahead and make a medicine check for me.
I'm not good at these. Hey, I got an 18.
Yeah. You see that the Koa famously doesn't wear a shirt per the character art. You can see those bumps burrowing around his pecs near his sternum, and there seems to be about 4 of them there, just kind of pulsating near his heart.
Okay, the only thing I can think to do I'm going to bonus action. What's it called? Harness divine power. I'm going to expend my last use of channel divinity to get a 2nd level spell slot back, and I'm going to try to lesser restoration him. Wait, oh no, I used that spot.
Okay.
And so this this is instantaneous. It just happens. So I touch him. I touch his chest. I grab for the little worms in his skin. Try to like grab at a couple of them. And
Does lesser restoration cure a disease?
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Well, yes. You
Yes,
touch a
yes,
creature
yes.
and can either one disease or one condition afflicting it.
Okay, if a target is infested by the assassin bug maggots, it ends its turn with 0 hit points. It dies as maggots burrow into its heart and kill it. Any effect that cures disease kills all assassin bug maggots infesting the target. You see the pulsating bulbs in Koa's dead body kind of just stop pulsating as this flash of your will, your beliefs, everything you know to be correct. It gives you the power to channel in and kill this infestation that's plaguing your fallen friend. Koa doesn't come back, but those bulbs near his heart stop moving.
I'm just like staring over him, just like not sure what to do. I'm gonna stay right there. And continue, I don't know, CPR or whatever.
Do a history check for me.
History check. Another one.
Or wait, no, you just tell me. How many people has Sinclair seen die, or how many dead bodies has he been around?
Oh, he's been around a fair bit. He's also done CPR a couple times on like drowned people. But yeah, I mean he's pretty good. Like he knows about the pulse thing, and like feel it for shallow breathing.
You start doing chest compressions on him and Koa's body, on this friend that you've known as long as you've known anybody else around here. One that every compression you do brings back, it is kind of pressed in with that conviction that you have, and you think back on sailing with him, the times drinking at the bar with him, seeing him reunited with Lono, meeting him for the first time, just like small moments on the ship. You know when somebody's gone, and you just keep compressing memory after memory as Hadal and the captain come up. The captain lays a hand on your shoulder. Sinclair, I think we need to call it. Can anybody revivify right now?
I drop my waveform and I say,
Okay.
I can't revivify, but I could do something, but not until tomorrow.
Where's Val?
Where's
I think
Lottie?
Val went down in the hole, I think, looking for Thimble.
Shit.
I'm gonna use the rest of my shit to get in the hole because I can't help Koa anymore.
Hadal, back him up. Be careful. We don't need to lose anyone else, okay?
We ain't gonna.
All right. With that, you guys jump into the hole. Go ahead and make dexterity saving throws for me.
Does Hadal get my aura? Is he 10 feet behind me?
That's for Hadal to decide.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got a 17.
I got a 13.
Okay. A 13, you're going to take 10 points of damage. A 17, you're going to take 5 points of damage.
Fireworks?
And with that, the townsfolk shoot fireworks off. Now the station has been managed. They celebrate their independence on this day. Somebody in town gives the speech from Independence Day that the president gives, Will Smith, before he slaps Chris Rock. Okay, you guys slide on down, and you find yourself next to Val and Naughty, who have arrived there moments before, and you see on the ground a dead incubator bug and another one feasting on Nimble or Thimble.
As you slide back down, Val, I don't know.
Is this bug sitting on the mat?
You can do a perception check for me.
Is that good? I got a 15.
Okay, with that, you see the mat comes in pieces. It has to be connected together. Octagon-like pads, kind of clipped together to make it. Okay. Maybe pentagon probably be better. I don't know. I don't know my shapes very well. Little disc-like pads get put together, kind of like the James Webb Space Telescope, and it makes the map. And you can see pieces of the mat underneath this bug. Yes, you have a feeling like underneath this dead bug is your mat.
Cool. I'll point it out.
There's the map.
Okay.
Are we still in initiative, or are we in like surprise round territory?
I think you guys. I think it's busy feasting on, or kind of taking a bite on Thimble right now. So it's not occupied with you guys. You guys can handle the situation however you want. Hadal, you look over and you see. You don't know if it's movement. Maybe maggots, maybe this thing biting into it, or maybe it's Thimble himself, but the body convulses a little bit. Maybe it's life, maybe it's just deep infestation from falling down this hole when it opened up. But Thimble's on the ground.
Do you guys got this?
Hadal's gonna cast a wall of fire. Gonna be something like that.
Oh yeah, dude.
And
Nice.
old boy is gonna have to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
Are you kind of also casting this on Thimble's body, just in case he survives this?
It's like in between.
Okay. He rolled a natural one, which I believe is going to fail.
That's correct.
Okay.
So he's going to take 29 fire damage.
29 fire damage, and with that, he is pulled off of Thimble. He looks badly hurt with that and backs away from the fire. And kind of from the light now, Thimble is more like a silhouette with you guys. You see the kind of fungi underneath start to slowly smoke and fill this chamber. With kind of a woody kind of smell to the air. They start to you see the fire starting to slowly ember around. It's not going to catch like a wildfire, but you have lit this fungus on fire, and it will slowly burn until it gets put out.
Can I shoot him twice?
You can the wall of fire. How tall is it?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 20 feet high. 20 feet high.
It's difficult to see the bug. I'll give you disadvantage on it.
Let's try.
Do you still have a bardic?
Okay. I do.
Yeah, we're out of initiative, so if you wanted to do things together, kind of ambush this, I don't think this is going to be a huge threat for you guys. It's just how quickly can you take it out?
With disadvantage, that's 15 and a 14. Do either hit?
I think 14 was the.
Yeah, they both hit.
Both hit.
Yeah.
Beautiful beans. All right. That's gonna be 15, 27.
Okay, you needed 21 points of damage to end it. And with that, the last incubator bug goes away. Thimble now is on the ground, and you see his body just kind of slowly frying like bacon.
I get up there.
Well, yeah, I run over.
I get up there. I get up there and I lay my hands on him for 10 HP.
Okay.
Adult, cut the flames. Can you cut the flames?
Yeah, fire. It doesn't burn you on this side, I don't think.
Yeah.
But the ground starts to simmer and smoke, and as you grab onto him, Sinclair, you have to kind of pull him away from the embers that are, you see kind of just like the glowing edge of the mushrooms kind of creeping towards him as you pull him away from it. With that, he looks up at you guys kind of like groggily, and he makes eye contact with you. Did we win?
Hi, Thimble.
And at the start of that turn, he's going to take.
Oh.
Oh no, I only gave him 10.
How much did you heal him?
10.
Okay, he's going to take another 21 points of damage, and he passes out, or he gets close to the edge again. He's kind of down. Actually, no, he'd pass out, so he'd have 0 hit points. Wait a second.
Yeah, wait.
Wait a second. Okay. Hadal, question for you, and this is important.
Sorry, what was that?
I have a question for Hadal, and it's very important. Would you have burned Thimble with your wall of fire, even a little bit?
I know why you're asking. And the answer is no. I would not have done it on purpose.
Okay. Then
I wouldn't have wanted my teammates to see me kill him so blatantly while.
Okay.
It's the witnessing that makes it bad.
So here's I'm gonna put in the chat the whole spell, or the whole hit, and what I want to know is applying fire to the bite wound before the end of the target's next turn deals 1 fire damage to the target and kills the assassin bug maggots. So I want Hadal to roll an Arcana check. This is for you to see how much control of this fire you actually had in relation. You know, the fungi underneath here are burning as well. I don't know if you would have known that they would burn slowly. The idea, there's this like fungus that these people back in history, I want to believe it's in like the Vikings, or maybe it was like people out in the Russia area. They had these to carry embers from one community to another. They had this type of mushroom that they would slowly light on fire, and they could carry it from place to place over a few days.
Forever, yeah.
Yeah, and start a fire with this mushroom. So this is a slow burning mushroom like this. So make an Arcana check. I'm gonna say that you need to get
16.
That is pretty good control of the Arcana spell. I'll say that Thimble the Nimble is dead. You managed to protect him as best as you could. If it was a sloppy use of the spell, it would have gotten too close to him and burnt him, possibly cauterizing his wounds, his bite wounds. But with a 16, you were honestly doing your best to save him. And you would have, however, because he did not get burned, his wounds were not cauterized, and he was back just enough to say those last words to Sinclair. Did he win? And with that, he has fallen as well.
Thimble?
Sinclair's gonna like call back up. It's like the captain, like, Captain, can you send, tie off a rope and send one end down? We've got to climb out and bring Thimble out. He's down.
All right. You just kind of hear shouting up on top. You hear her shouting for a rope, somebody to go collect some supplies and everything. Anything, damn it! And it takes a while. In the meantime, this chamber is. You guys look around. You have the produce from the past few harvests in here that are well preserved. There is now that open chest in the back of the room. You see the deck mage mat on the ground underneath an incubator bug, and Thimble's just lying there now, kind of down next to you guys.
What's wrong with him?
Fucking
What the hell are these things?
I don't know.
I don't know. We need to move his body. We don't want him to continue getting burned. And I'm going to start carrying him like kind of toward where we came down.
I give Val 10 HP.
Thank you.
And once we get clear, I'm going to do some watery cantrips and try to douse all this fire. So
Okay.
It doesn't keep spreading.
Yeah. Cool. I'll say that you easily put it out. You secure the area. There's now a chamber down here that it's not on fire. It's not going to keep spreading.
I'll have Naughty push the body of this bug off the mat.
Okay, give me a strength check from Naughty.
I'll help him.
Cool. That's 19 plus 2, 21.
All right, with that, you see these gray little maggots fall out as he pushes this bug, rolls it over sideways, end over end, just leaves a little trail of gray rice behind. And the mat of the deck mage is underneath there. It's not broken. It's a magical item. It's made of sturdier stuff, but it is not connected anymore. It's disconnected.
Like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Hadal, do you need this now, or
What is it? I'm sorry.
It's your
do you need
mat.
the mat or anything now?
I'll just
Or
like throw it
just
across
store it?
my back, and once the rope comes down, I'll try to climb out carrying the mat.
Okay.
Do y'all want to check out this chest?
Stay here for a second.
I don't think that there's any rush. I think we should check on the crew, and I'm personally pretty beat. If we happen to uncover one more bug, it could absolutely knock me out. So I personally would rather wait.
Right, fine. That's fine. Yeah. Just gonna wait.
While we're
I
down
start
here,
loading up corn and some produce also
I guess, yeah.
in my backpack.
Yeah. Yeah, you start loading that up, start coming down the rope. You see part of it coming down, and then it takes a while for them to find more rope.
I feel like we would have brought rope for this.
Yeah, you all
Yeah.
have like 50 feet of rope on you as adventurers, just looking up now.
Yeah, I actually wanted to say that I wanted to say that we tied off a rope and lowered ourselves down, but then you said we jump in, so I was like, all right, whatever.
Oh,
Well, I
my
jumped in.
bad. I thought I heard we jump in the hole.
Nah, I wouldn't
heard we went
I wouldn't
down
just
the
jump in a hole.
Well, I don't know. That's
Oh, you
that's
did.
what Val did. That's what Naughty did. So, yeah, you hear the captain. Don't we all have 50 feet of rope? How can we not find it? And it takes a while. But eventually, yeah, the rope is lowered. There's more than enough. And you guys, yeah, it takes a while, but you guys are brought up one by one. Maybe who's holding Thimble as he comes up?
I think we'd probably have to like tie him into a little makeshift, stretcher thing out of one of our many coils of rope.
Okay. So it takes a while.
Naughty. Or
Yeah,
Naughty
yeah.
could carry it, yeah.
Yeah, Naughty probably goes up first to help pull the rest of you up. Takes a while for him to get brought up. The crew's just like, and he goes up like a foot and a half each pull. But it takes a while, but you guys manage to all get up there. I'll help bring everybody up.
Holy. Wow.
Back up on top, are pulled away from the hole. You see Josiah Adder, one of his sons, one of his daughters, Lily's, looking down at them. The dirt's been around her eyes has been washed away in certain areas from tears, as one of her daughters and one of her sons is consoling the mother who's weeping audibly. You look around, none of the crew was lost except for Koa and Thimble. As you guys get back up there, everybody looks beat, exhausted. Crew members are sitting down on the ground, still breathing heavily. You see one of the crew members kind of running away in the distance to get more off the ship. A lot of the crew being getting ready to set sail in case of anything. And in this moment, you guys bring Thimble up. The captain just says, "Shit."
My God.
We lost too much. Hadal, as the deck mage, is there anything you can do?
Not until tomorrow, Captain. I'm gonna have to rest and prepare some spells I don't currently have ready.
We have 4 bodies. What all do you need? How much time do you need?
I need at least 8 hours to be able to rest up, and then I can do one of these people every 8 hours. But this is not exactly like a revivify, Captain. I mean, I can call back their spirit, but it will not necessarily be the body that they had. It could be a totally different one. Honestly, I've never done this before.
What happens to their old body?
I suppose it continues to decompose.
Do you need a new body to transfer them into?
No, I think it just sort of manifests. I don't really know exactly how it works. It sort of
That's bizarre, mate.
comes full.
You know you can do this?
You have 4 of them. Are you sure?
I'm sure it can be done, but it's going to take some time, and it's going to take some particular materials that I don't think that I necessarily have.
What are we
What do you
talking
mean?
about?
We're talking about 1,000 gold in ointments and unguents.
What's an
1,000
unguent?
gold?
For
Like
casting.
a lotion?
That's a fancy lotion, I guess. Or
Yeah,
just a lot.
oils and unguents.
For Koa and Thimble, we can take it out of their cut.
What about the family? Like looking around, just kind of in shock.
Lily kind of looks over, listening to what the captain's saying, and the captain notices. We'll figure something out. We won't be able to. You don't have these ointments on you, do you, Hadal?
You tell me, DM. Do I have them? I don't know.
Do you have 1,000 gold? Do you have?
We're gonna care about
4,000
components
gold?
now?
Well, I mean, that's the way that I think that little bit that we've done it in the past is like the components don't matter until they get to be the expensive components, and then they do matter.
I think that these can be considered expensive components.
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's why I mean like
Okay.
our components have not mattered because they didn't matter, but now they do matter because this is a big spell. But yeah, I did never say I bought a bunch of unguents because I didn't know what that was. But also, like, I don't have near that much money. I have a total of 312 gold, and I haven't bought anything in literally months of us playing this game.
Yeah.
The ship has funds for the crew in case of an emergency. It's okay.
The one thing, Captain, that is sort of an upside is that I don't have to do the spell right away. I can actually do it up to 10 days from now.
It's 2 days to Mulajara, and you need a day for each of them. That puts us at 6 days.
Well, I could do 2 a day technically. I could cast one, sleep for 8 hours, cast another.
On a spell you've never tried 4 times on little sleep?
Or we bring them to. Is there anyone in Mulajara we could bring them to that has that kind of magic?
It's possible, but the prices are going to be about the same. The ointments we can get in Mulajara, we can get down there or anything there.
Is there a group of those witches like there are on Cobus?
There's all sorts of people in Mulajara. We might be able to find somebody.
If the price is the same, might as well get them all done right when we arrive.
I've only ever done Revivify. I'm not sure of this new spell.
But if there's someone on Mulajara who will do Revivify for the same price, I suppose we could do that. But I don't know. I think Revivify can't wait that long.
That's what I'm worried about. We're going to have to transport these bodies to Mulajara, find somebody, negotiate the deal, and get them going all maybe in 3 days if we're lucky. If we don't have any sort of setbacks on the sea, if we don't run anymore, Sahuahin, if we don't.
I mean, there's plenty of time for me to do what I can do once we get to Mulajara, even if it's 3 days. But there's no chance of them being revivified because that has to be done almost immediately. This is a bit of a grisly detail, Captain, but actually don't need the entire body. I could just use a piece. Would be easier to transport.
You hear Lily's mother sobbing even harder.
I don't say it loud. I say it quietly to the captain.
Okay.
Yeah, they're over there. We're over still by Koa's body.
I don't know. I'm still looking underground here, but I'm pretty sure we're not right next to them.
No, you're not. You're not.
I don't see why it'd matter anyway. It's not like they're in the body anymore. They're dead.
So what? We take a piece of a body to Mulajara, and then you create a new body for
Yes,
them,
that's
and then
right.
they come back here.
Yeah, I mean, they'd have to, find transport back here, yeah. But I think that's a small price to pay for, being restored to life.
Are they still themselves? Do they remember?
I couldn't say, but I think that's more of a philosophical question. Sort of like the old thing about a ship, how many planks do you replace before it becomes a different ship altogether?
I guess we'll find out.
Lilly, come over here. Lilly walks over. So you've heard everything that we've had to say. What's your opinion? And she looks around at all of you and looks over, takes a moment, looks over at the captain. I'll do whatever it takes. I don't think it's a good idea to cut the bodies up in front of my family, but
obviously we're not going to cut the bodies up.
We don't have to anyway.
No, we don't have to. I'm just saying it's a practical, upside that we could simply take a fingernail or something.
Lock of hair, yeah.
I can't pay, but I will do whatever it takes to make it up, to find the money, I'll do anything.
Of course.
How do you feel about piracy? I'll do anything. I'm okay with it. Lilly, for the time being, until you work off your debt, you are now a crew member of the Rising Sun. If you do not fulfill this bargain, you will still pay this price. Just not with gold. Do you understand? However long it takes, as long as we can bring my family back, I will sail with you wherever you go.
Oh.
Welcome to the Rising Sun.
I clap her on the back. Welcome aboard. Or at least, when we get aboard, welcome aboard. But right now, welcome to the crew.
Hey, you saved more people than you lost today. You should know that.
I'm sorry about your friends.
I'm sorry about your family. If I had known that it was going to be that sort of deal, we would not have asked for your help at all.
We would have what they would have wanted. They would want to protect their land, their lives. But if we can bring him back, this place needs them. The people here need them. I need them.
We'll figure it out.
I don't know
If we
how.
if we only need a bit of them, do you all want to bury the bodies?
We can't bury Koa without. No.
No. I mean your family.
I'm
Well,
sorry to be cold, but we do not have time. We have to go.
Well, we still
Just to be clear, Captain, we absolutely do have time. We've got 10 days.
And if
I'm sorry, Hadar, but it took us longer than I was wanting to get here. I do not trust that we will make it to Mulajara on time. And in that case, I'm worried.
But you said it would take 2 days, right?
If everything goes well, if we don't get attacked by San Joaquin, if there's no more storms, if there's no more giant octopus on the bottom of the ship, if we don't turn against each other.
You were saying to load up the ship with produce and whatever's down there. That's gonna take a right couple of hours. They have time to bury their fucking dead.
Watch who you speak to.
So, Captain, are you saying that we need to leave immediately, like right this minute?
No. We'll take the day. But the crew comes first. When we get to Mulajara.
All right. I don't quite understand what we're talking about, but we'll take the day. I think I'm going to take at least a bit of a rest before we go back down and try to find the chest and the zenith.
Take the day. We'll set sail in the morning.
All right. I'm just going to go ahead and take a long rest then. And then I guess what would be this evening, go down and help find zenith and get the chest and then get out the rest of the produce for the farmers and stuff.
A long rest?
We've got until tomorrow morning. And this is the morning.
Yeah, you guys can rest on the ship. The rest of the crew or a big contingent of the crew comes and starts loading up produce. They go down in the hole. They gather the chest as well. Val, as you were leaving the hole, you looked back and from above, and you knew that Zenith was down there somewhere. Do you wish to go back into the hole and look for him?
Absolutely.
Okay. You go back down into the hole. You help extract the chest. You close it up in the air. You get closer and closer to the chest, and it gets so cold. You close it. You feel warmer. You feel like the AC is not blasting on you. Like you close the freezer door. Go ahead and do a perception check for me.
4.
You spend about 6 hours down there looking around. Sun, by the time you get back there, have you taken a long rest before you went back down, or did you go before the long rest?
I would have just taken a short rest.
Yeah. Okay. So you short rested. You're feeling a little bit better. You don't feel like you're at the top of your game. You don't find Zenith after looking around all day. The rest of the crew, there's a few people down in the hole with you just in case more bugs come. But everybody has everything else kind of out of the hole that's necessary. And everybody's just kind of waiting on you. You spend a few more hours just kind of looking around, and you're unable to find Zenith in that time.
It's kind of obsessive, I think. I think she's, just down there covered in dirt, exhausted, digging all day.
Yeah, you and Naughty's just next to you, just like sifting through piles, looking through things as you kind of pull them out. The folds of these fungus go deep. There's crevices. It's spongy. Some places it's brittle. There's little holes everywhere under here, whether it's from bugs or just the landscape down here. Yeah, you come up. I mean, you can keep going into the night and take a point of exhaustion if you'd like.
Man alive. I don't have locate object.
I do.
Assuming we finished at like, early, I think it was still early morning or mid-morning or something. After I take a long rest, I could come help, and I think it would still be, before dark.
Yeah, the rest of the crew gets kind of impatient. And if you guys come back, they're happy to leave you guys to it to continue looking if you'd like. And yeah, so it's just the three of you down there. As Hadal and Sinclair are lowered down into the hole, the rest of the crew's brought up, and yeah.
Yeah, I cast locate object.
Cool. With that, you get a good sense of the direction that it was. You know that it fell underneath the queen somewhere, and it seems to be in a very matted down, kind of hard area to get to. It's about 10 feet into the ground, and you guys just start digging in that direction. What do you guys talk about? What's the plan? What's the conversation that happens as you locate Zenith after that?
How's everyone up top?
I think pretty sad, pretty
It's
bummed.
a bit grim, even with the news of, the possibility of being able to sort of, reincarnate the villagers and Koa. They seem a little bit sort of trepidatious still, unsure of what exactly that will mean.
Hi, I mean, it sounds wild what you're proposing. It's a lot to have faith in.
Well, it's better than nothing, I mean, even if they come back as something weird, it's still their soul in there, I guess. It's weird.
That's an odd one.
Especially if you're the farmers coming back and you're like, hey, it's me. It's that, it's your dad. And here's whoever else, they're not the same neither.
Oh, that was so much worse than I thought it was going to be, guys.
Yeah.
There weren't that many bugs down there last night.
No, not that we saw, and I definitely didn't expect them to bust out of the ground all around us. That did not. Basically, our entire plan to start with did not help us in any way, and spreading out the crew people and the townspeople was the worst possible thing that could have happened. It was an absolute disaster, start to finish.
What the hell? What even was in the chest?
Yeah, what was in the chest?
We don't know. We haven't looked in it yet.
It's just right
I'll
over there.
identify it. I can identify it later.
Let's go. Can while we're looking, can I make a perception check to try to find Xena?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll with advantage. You all three, since you guys are helping each other, you all three can roll with advantage. Because you have the locate object up. You know kind of you can pinpoint where it's at to a T. You're just digging slowly, just having this conversation.
I've still got mold earth, so if I need to, sort of excavate.
Yeah, I'd say with a 26, even with that, it's short work now that you know the exact location. Val was just kind of looking all over the place, but with the locate object, you guys kind of narrow in, and there is a bright side to this whole situation. When you get Zenith back, it's badly damaged, but not beyond anything you can't repair. The core of it is still intact. Doesn't seem to be any damage to that, just the outside structure of it. You look down, and yeah, you see your reflection in kind of the glassy core of it, and for a moment, your reflection kind of looks like your father's in there. So,
whoever pulled it out of the dirt, Val will give them a big hug and then, like, surprised at herself, pull away. Like, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. It means nothing.
Well, it's not nothing.
Well, I mean, Zenith is, not exactly a part of the crew, but it's a very useful piece of equipment, and there's no reason to leave it behind. So we're going to find it if we could. Come on, let's go check out that chest.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, hey, stay within 10 feet of me, okay?
Yeah, I think she's kind of been, like, leaning on Naughty a bit through this.
And with that, you guys are brought back up. It takes a while to get back up and back to the crew. By the time you guys get back up, the sun is setting. There's still a little light of the day, and you guys see Lilly kind of walking up the plank of the ship, carrying a few bags, a few books tucked under her arm. And she kind of gets up to the ship and is kind of just standing there, waits for you guys to get up there, and she's like, where do I go?
Yeah, I'll show you to your quarters. And as I'm walking her down to her quarters, I'm going to be like, all right, Lily, it's just something that you need to be aware of. There's a bit of a prank war going on. Something Sinclair started, and it's meant to boost morale. And I don't really know if it's working yet. But so, it may feel like you're being hazed, but maybe it's just the prank war, and it's just in good fun. So, I think probably the best thing to do would be to jump right in and do some small pranks yourself. And so as we're getting her squared away, I'm going to be like, all right, so this is an idea that I've had, and I'll go around to a few of the crew people.
She's just lost her moment.
It's a distraction. It's about the best thing that she could have, be a good distraction. And so I'm going to go around. And I'm going to take out a dagger, and I'm going to start, slicing most of the way through the ropes of a few people's hammocks, so that way once they go to lay down, it collapses. But so this is, it's mostly harmless. Granted, they'll have to sort of retie it, but everybody will laugh, and that's sometimes one of the most important things when you're at sea. Have you ever been to sea at all, or have you been on this island your whole life?
No, I've been to surrounding islands. I know how to steer a boat. I know how to sail a little bit. Never on anything this big. Yeah, I've met a lot of traders coming through and everything, but no, I've never been to Mulajara. I've heard a lot about it. I haven't really seen too much. My family always kind of needed me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, it's good that you've got at least a little bit of experience. It's going to go a long way, and I think that you'll fit right in. I think you've got the head for it and the heart, and I know that you're going to do well. And if you need anything, you could come to any one of us, me, Sinclair, Val. I know the captain can be a bit intimidating, but she's very understanding and looks out for her crew. So, it is a ship of dirty pirates, but for the most part, they're fairly respectable. So if you need anything, just let us know.
I feel kind of bad. I already had my bags packed. I kind of wanted this to happen, but not like this.
Of course not. Yeah, no, of course not.
I feel like this is my fault. I shouldn't have asked you guys to go down there. I shouldn't have done any of this.
Lily, I have to say that's absolutely stupid. That's not correct at all. We definitely wanted to go down there. We wanted to help your people, see if we could get something out of it as well. You in no way talked us into it. In fact, if anything, we talked your family into danger. So there's no reason you should feel any guilt at all. And besides, you're going to get them back. So there's no reason to dwell on it. And now you've also got the chance to go on a little adventure.
Yeah. I wish I could be excited. I've read all about the world and the things that live in it, and
it's great that you can read. It's not, not everybody can do that. It's good.
Yeah, I have some books on monsters and creatures, but I haven't seen anything. Those were the biggest things I've ever seen, and I feel like I wasn't as good as you guys at taking them out. And I just have a bow, and you turned it into a wave.
Yeah, well, I mean, not everybody can do that. That's kind of my thing. But listen, you can't expect that. You've lived a relatively sheltered life compared to us. I mean, we've done a fair bit of traveling, and those were pretty fucking big for us as well. I mean, that queen thing, I mean, it was quite large. I think that maybe a couple of us have seen something as big or bigger than that, but that's pretty uncommon. So, nothing to be embarrassed of. And also, just to backtrack a bit, if you've got some free time aboard, and you should have a little bit, maybe, and if you want, Sinclair might benefit from some private tutoring if you think that you could, sort of, I do read and write myself, but I don't think I'm much of a teacher. So I don't know, maybe you could, if you want, offer to, sort of go through the letters and such. I mean, he might could benefit from that. So just something to keep in mind. You could offer if you want.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, my books have a lot of pictures in them, and
he loves the picture books. He really does.
And they're monster hunting books.
Yeah, yeah, that would be anything I can do to help. I want to thank you guys so much. The captain seemed like I don't know, something. I think I upset her, but I don't know if you can tell everyone. I will try to tell everyone. Thank you so much, and I'm sorry that we have to burden your ship with this and what it's going to cost you and your time and your abilities. I don't know anything about it, but
Lily, please say no more. Don't worry about that. We'll sort it all out. We're gonna find some jobs. We're gonna get paid. This sort of thing happens. All right. That's sort of the adventuring life. Sometimes you face incredible danger. Sometimes people die and get hurt, and that is part of it. Sometimes you strike a big payday. Sometimes you make new friends and find love or some such. It's not, it's all just part of it's a gamble, really. You roll the dice and you see what happens.
I've always wanted to do this, so thank you for that as well.
You're welcome. I'm sorry it's been not the ideal start, but you know what? There's a lot of adventure left to come, and who knows how it'll turn out. I certainly don't. Listen, this here is your footlocker. This here is your hammock. That's really about all you've got. So, make yourself at home. Try to make some friends.
She puts her bag in her hammock, and the hammock immediately and breaks and falls to the ground.
All right, looks like somebody actually already did that one. That one wasn't me. So that's part of the game. And all right, let's get it back, and then I'll help her retie it, and then go back up top.
Okay. With that, the captain, in that moment, the captain's going to call Sinclair and Val. As you're showing them around, she's going to call you both into her office.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
For paddling.
Oh.
Were you able to find what you were looking for?
Aye, Captain. If you give me a few minutes, I could identify what's in that chest.
That's one of the reasons I called you in.
Let me take
I
a look.
also, as you start identifying, I also want to apologize for my tone earlier, but I'm just worried about my crew, and I'm worried about how we're going to make this work. I don't think the crew would be willing to sacrifice a cut of their pay for this, but we will figure it out. And I was thinking about business, and I was not thinking about the humanity of it all. And what I want to say to both of you, as new members of this crew, is as a captain, as somebody who's been on the sea for a long time, there are many things that are useful to a captain or any boat. A compass can be one of the most useful things that you have, but a moral compass can be invaluable. I think that without you, we wouldn't have done this today. And maybe we wouldn't have been in the situation that we find ourselves in now, but also that means we would have left without that family having food. And who knows what would have happened if those bugs continue to grow, and maybe they'd all be dead. Maybe not today, maybe in a year, maybe in 5, who knows, but I just want to know that, I want to let you know that as a moral compass of this ship, you are appreciated and are valuable members of this crew.
Appreciate you saying it like that. I don't know if it was worth it.
We don't know yet, right?
Regardless, it has happened. And this is the situation we find ourselves in. And Lilly will have to be on the ship for a while. I want you both to look out for her as new members of the crew as well. Just make her feel welcome. Give her work. She needs to, and I think she wants to earn this. I can see it in her. She fought well in that fight. She went with you.
She did well the first fight the night before.
I think I trust I have a good eye. It has not steered me wrong yet. And I have found many, many great sailors in my time have been on this ship. I have a good feeling about her, but she's new to all of this, so she needs somebody to look out for her. Just keep an eye on her. It's not an order, it's just know that it would be appreciated.
Of course, we genuinely like her a lot, so
Yeah. Oh, she's great.
she's got a name already, We've got
That's true. We already know her name. It's
intriguing
huge.
character background.
She goes over to like a small board on the wall, and she flips it over, and it's a chalkboard, and it just says like Jimmy, a doll, Agatha, and she just takes a piece of chalk out and writes Lilly on it.
And then it's just like,
one day.
That's a manifest?
Spaces or just all the unnamed crew people.
Well, it's just like that guy with the stripe on his outfit.
Just question mark stripey?
Stripe? Yeah, probably.
Dark-headed dwarf.
Mhm.
Really, it's a lot of just racist names because
The
this game
tiefling.
just doesn't identify everybody.
Captain, today was a lot to handle. We got a bit rocked, but we did a good thing today. You know, we saved those people from a worse fate for sure. We got their food back. We have now, you know, a safe haven when we need a port in a storm, and maybe some intel, unlikely, but and we also gained a new crew member. How many did we actually lose?
We haven't lost
Died,
anyone.
everybody's still just in limbo, so just 4 of our guys.
No, 3 of them, 2 of ours. The rest of our crew is fine. They were able to be brought back. We lost Koa,
Just Koa and
which
Thimble.
and Thimble. Thimble is important because he was a well-liked and respected member of this crew.
Oh,
He
that too.
was our, deck mage apprentice, although it wasn't official. I was just hoping that he would learn a thing or two from Hadal. However, Koa, I think we all
have
know,
to get him right.
was a huge part of how we were going to get paid.
Well, no one's expecting him. That's
true.
gives us some time to get him right before we make other moves. Has
anybody talked to
Jabal?
Lono yet?
No.
I can do that.
We can all do that. We can all.
Yeah,
He knows already, but
he knows.
yeah, he's with Koa right now. But I think you all knew him best. So if you want to go down and say, spend some time with him, this would be good.
Captain, while we're talking about it, have you received any response from Jabal? Was anybody expecting Koa or Lono, or we're still kind of making this up as we go along?
I know that the kingdom, I know that the Commonwealth will have emissaries there. I trust that since we sent the message that there will be somebody there to hand them over to collect payment from. And if there is not, then I know that the Pirate King often will buy the debt or buy the job off of other sailors as well. I'm not worried about getting paid, but I am worried about Lono.
Of course.
Because I wanted to leave him with all the options in the world for him, right? I care more than anything about the freedom of the people that walk on this ship. We should be able to sail wherever we want. We should be able to make whatever decision we wish. These open waters. And when you are in grief, like Lono is now, he is constrained, and I worry that if we hand him over without Koa, I would rather cut and run with him on the deck and figure it out from there. To be honest, he's too important in this world, and yeah, I don't want to give him up to be some sort of broken pawn for his father.
I agree wholeheartedly with that sentiment, and I 100% support that line of thinking. So, worst comes to worst, we just book it to the islands, right?
Yes, and then we will be wanted by possibly both the kingdom.
We can't renege, yeah.
and possibly even the pirates. So
You would be the most infamous pirate at that point.
no, it's not what I was going for, but it does have a good ring to it.
It's gonna be okay.
It will
Gonna
be.
work out.
We have a good crew. Just keep your heads on a swivel. What's your plans after you get to Mulajara?
After?
When you get to Mulajara, we set sail. Are you going to join back up on the Rising Sun, or are you going to find fortune elsewhere?
Captain,
After seeing.
the only way I wouldn't join back up is if, hang on, what's the best way to say this? Let's say that Cova Holdings got a new ship in it. we'd help on that ship or this ship, you know, we'd work it out.
He'd
So, yeah,
still be sailing with you, aye. After seeing you fight today, I'm not leaving your side.
I don't get to fight too often, but when I do, I take immense pleasure in it.
It shows.
All right, well, forward to fortune.
Aye. Knock on wood.
What's in that chest?
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah.
In
And
the chest, you guys find that it is a chest of colding. Works a lot like a bag of holding.
Now.
Yep.
bodies?
There are no bodies in there, but there is the remains of. There's about 20 pounds of blue dragon hide in here, scales and all.
Is that what's causing the cold, or this is like a?
No, this is just like a thing that was opened and was air conditioning unit on blast this whole time. Inside, it was chilling and preserving blue dragon hide, which is kind of useless in its current form other than the crafting of magical items, of which is pretty sick. There's about gems and gold total that was laid in here. There's about 550 gold pieces in there. There are also there are a few other spell component vials in here that need preserving.
Okay.
So,
Ungins?
Ungins?
I gotta Google that word.
Ungins on ice?
I'm looking at. There is like just like I would say like maybe you could probably scrap together about 100 gold pieces worth of spell components out of this. Just kind of gathering things up, maybe even trading things around, but based on what you have, you could probably subtract the cost of spell components for about 100 gold. And then there is there's kind of a container in there as well I would say it's like a foot by foot by foot box, and you pull it up. It's got like a handle on the top, and it seems to be almost like moldy looking on the outside, kind of wet and moldy. You open it up, and there is a small foot by foot by foot gelatinous cube that's kind of frozen in this cube or in this box.
Joy.
Like it is like the creature, the gelatinous cube.
Yeah,
It is like a very small version of the creature, the gelatinous cube.
There's a wee beastie in here.
That's why the fuck. What? I don't get it, but that's cool. That's cool, I guess.
Why? Contained in a box. Frozen.
Rank wall.
Ugh.
Can we say that I knocked and like joined them while they were inspecting this chest?
Yeah.
You see it like, oh, it's covered up.
No, bag of holding. Yeah.
Oh,
It's just
no,
without
yes.
the worry. I thought we
Look
were
at
just
here.
talking about the future of the boat and looking at what we found. It looks like we have a bag of colding. We have some dragon hide, which will definitely help us with the cost of anything. Some spell components, and it seems as though we have a new ship pet.
Can I do like a nature check to like see if I can learn anything about this frozen cube?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Is it a specific color?
Shit.
Right now, it's kind of like an icy white. It doesn't really have a lot of color to it.
Cool.
I failed, whatever it is.
Yeah, it looks like an ice cube. Yeah, you're not sure. I don't know if you've probably ever seen one before. Maybe you've heard about them, but yeah.
Well, if this is like the bigger gelatinous cubes, I don't think it would be a good idea to unthaw it on the boat. I think if we want to learn more about it, we might try that, on land at some point. But I don't think it'd be wise to bring it out on the ship.
But then how do you get it back in the box?
Maybe we won't want it back in the box.
You think it's
Well,
gonna
let's say,
grow?
I have no idea, but they're normally not friendly creatures.
No, that's true.
is it like an acid thing?
I
Mhm.
couldn't tell you. I tried, but I cannot.
Because if it's acid, you could plant it on someone else's boat, and
Sure.
then maybe it would thaw out on the floor and eat through the bottom of the boat.
Or while it's frozen, we could shave off the corners and make it into more of a sphere, and we could fire it through a cannon.
Yes, that's kind of cool.
Interesting.
Gelatinous cannon. Do we have a creature expert on this ship? I know that Thimble knew a lot, but we'll have to wait.
Maybe, well,
investigate.
actually, I didn't talk to
Actually-
Lilly about nothing.
Actually, I think Jabble the halfling is really good with creatures. I
You
think
mean
I'm really
Janan?
learning that about him.
Janan?
Who's that? Is he in Mulajara?
Jabble? Yeah, well, so there's 3 more members of the crew that aren't listed on your board, and I go up to her board and I write on Jabble, halfling, Harbor, tiefling,
Mhm.
and Torin, half elf. Those are the names of the 3 grumblers that you gave us at some point along the journey.
Wow. Okay.
I mentioned that too. In addition to the race, grumbler.
Yeah, half elf / grumbler.
We've also got Guy and Ralph, the like duo.
Oh yeah, what is it? It's Guy and Ralph.
Guy and Ralph. And then there's always Phoebe and Junard.
Phoebe and Janard.
You guys are doing a good job getting to know everyone. I'm very proud of all of you. You do many tasks for this ship. You get us into lots of trouble. You've gotten a few people killed. But I mean, the situations have got people killed. You are all fine. I did not mean to say that. But I appreciate you learning so many names and adding them to my chalkboard for me. Thank you. All right. Well, see what we can find out about gelatinous cubes. Meanwhile, let's keep it in the bag of holding. Morbid thought.
Not that
We put the
morbid.
bodies in there.
If we did that, then we might find somebody who could revivify once or twice in town, you know? Like maybe save that one for Koa.
What's
Yes.
the stipulations? I mean, I think we should put the bodies in the chest no matter what, just so they don't go bad.
I don't know how revivify works.
Let's just put the bodies in the chest and figure it out.
Revivify has to be done within like a minute of them dying.
Oh, then that's no good.
But I was just thinking, smell, morale, these things.
Yeah.
Probably be best.
Yeah, no, that's wise.
But this is great. We are all still alive. We have a plan to get those who have fallen back. There have been worst case scenarios. This is
Right.
This is good.
Yeah, Dragonhide's gonna save our hide.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah,
It seems like we have something pretty valuable on the ship now.
do I have a sense of how much that is worth?
Go ahead and roll. Let's be. Just do intelligence roll for me.
Investigate?
Oh, sure. Investigate, Arcana, something.
There you go. Yeah, investigate.
Looking for that proficiency.
Dirty 20.
Okay, with a dirty 20. Look at a
What kind of dragonhide did you say it was?
blue.
Blue.
Blue dragon adult.
I like electric.
I think it's cold.
Oh,
Or maybe
Electric.
white's cold.
I
oh
think
Blue
there's
Dragon
two
is
of them.
lightning. Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
what?
it's
Is lightning?
Yeah,
Cool.
lightning.
Ooh.
Each pound of it is about 100 gold. And you have 20 pounds.
Okay. This is fine stuff.
It definitely will keep us floating, that's for sure. So
And how much gold you say there was, and then how much is are we going to get any cut of it?
550 gold. Yeah, so everything that is found by the crew of the Rising Sun on Adventure for the Rising Sun, right, is divided up between the crew after the cost of the ship. So the captain takes a cut for the ship, for repairs, for emergency funds, for whatever the ship needs to stay afloat. She pays the crew, herself, and it's all kind of divided up equally after that. Magic items she uses at her discretion, usually giving favor to those who found them or whoever would be the most, like, get the most use out of them. Like, obviously, you guys found the deck mage mat. Technically, you found the deck mage mat on when you guys were on Cobus.
The judgment.
Yeah, that's technically yours. So when you were on Cobus, you were no longer on Adventure for the Rising Sun. You were on dry land. That was your find. Everything on
Well,
Cobus
the mat,
was yours.
no, the mat was on the ship with Grimehook. The mat was on the Crimson Tide.
Was it?
Yeah, because we set it open. It was like I was trying to
No.
say, no.
No, it was on the judgment because that
It was in the basement.
necromantic
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
stone had fallen on top of it and was
Oh,
like
okay.
radiating.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the Trapper Keeper.
Yeah,
One's a
Mhm.
Mhm.
pizza box in my head, and the other's a binder.
It was an
So,
unfolded piece.
Yeah.
yeah, so like when you guys get to Mulajara, if you guys manage to win a ton of money, manage to do whatever, that's all yours. But now that you're here and your crew of the Rising Sun right now on kind of on en route to somewhere, anything that anyone finds on the ship is added to a pot and then divided evenly. So if like you were to sell all of that dragon hide, get 20,000 gold, that would split up after the ship's cut between you and the entire crew.
Just 2,000, right?
Just
100 gold.
2,000.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, 2,000 gold. I'm not great at math, guys.
Just curious, are you keeping track of like the ship's gold?
I have like a loose number for that I'm using for like this like in my mind I know how much you guys were gonna get paid for like the trip from Theed to Cobus, from Cobus to here. I have an idea of like how much you guys have that, but if you guys would like to start keeping track of just like what you guys have found and everything, like that'd be cool.
I've
Well,
got
yeah,
that.
I'm confused from my own notes now. Like, I wrote down off the Sahuagin Raiders some of the things that we got off of them, but then we sold some shit to that random ship, and I have the number 700 gold written down, but I don't remember what that was for. Is that what we got in exchange for one of the skiffs and one or two of the
Yeah,
ships?
probably. I think
Something
you
like
sold
that,
one
yeah.
of the skiffs. I think you still have one, right? Or did you sell
Yeah.
both of them?
We sold one, I believe.
Yeah.
And like a barrel of shrimp or something.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, we sold the wave cutter blade alone for
Cutter
700.
blades, that's right. Yeah, and you guys have kind of like convinced him that they were going to be a good call getting those wave cutter blades.
Did we already divvy that up?
I would say that just like when we get to Mulajara, let's go through and make a list of everything that you guys have acquired on that journey to get to your destination. We'll decide what you guys want to sell, what you want to keep for the ship, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Does that sound cool?
Yeah, that's fine, but my only hesitation is just that we would forget things.
Okay.
I have it all written down. We have,
Oh yeah.
in addition to the things we just found, we also have these things.
There we go.
Okay, let's say keep notes until we get to
Quartermaster.
Mulajara.
Co-quartermaster.
Come up with a better system next time. I'll start writing down things. I need to write down more things, and yeah, we have the tape, but we always got the tape. But I think we'll have one fan that's.
I could listen through again and pump our view count a little bit.
I think that this trip to, I know that the captain made a few deals before you guys left Cobus, but it was in haste, and she had to cut a few deals off of that like she had planned because there was such a hasty departure from Cobus that you wouldn't be able to, like, you were sailing pretty thin, like getting to Mulajara, you would probably each just get like a few hundred gold pieces, but along the way you've gathered more, so yeah, you're sitting prettier right now than when you left Cobus. The prospects are better. Does that make sense? Is there a better idea that you guys have for how that should be done?
No,
Not really.
that's fine.
No, that makes sense. We can figure out.
This job is kind of over. Here's your whatever it is, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just want it to make sense.
Yeah, when we dock, we can figure out what we're selling.
Yeah. And then I'll do a better job of writing things down in the future, so that way we just have a ledger of what the ship has and everything.
Cool.
I am going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Maybe.
Right. And now everyone is in slow.
Hmm?
Do you remember, did we already split up the gold from the sale? Because I thought I remembered coming back to the ship and Hadal was like, here's what we traded and here's how much we got. And I thought she's like, okay, I'll get this much and y'all get this much.
Yes, yeah, we got $200 from that sale, and the ship kept $650. And so split between the three of us, we each came out with 67.
Oh, okay.
Really?
I was wondering why I had so little
I like
gold.
double my gold.
I don't remember. I do not remember the last time I bought something, and I only have 312 gold. But I guess I also don't remember the last. I mean, that time was the first time we got gold since we bet on ourselves in that one race, and that might have been the second time we ever got any gold.
I'm cool though, dude. I'm chilling. I got this amulet of the devout for being a quest man. So I'm pretty happy.
You got an amulet for being a quest man?
But the Queen of Alkahari gave it to me.
Oh, that's cool.
Finding out who killed her daughter or whatever. I'm pretty much chilling. Like I'm kind of content with my setup right now. It would be cool to have some blue dragon armor though.
That would be cool. Listen, there's all kind of cool ass shit in that magic item table.
The store one he's using or what?
Yeah. I mean, the big one that it's a part of, yeah, there's a bunch of cool shit in there.
I don't know if I've ever seen the full list from. Is that the one you found or is that from Saltmarsh?
It's the one that I started from Saltmarsh, but I've probably doubled it since then. I mean, I've put all kind of shit in there. For a while, I would spend, an hour every other day or something just looking at perusing homebrewed magic items and shit and adding. Anytime I found something that was cool, I added to it. And now I don't know how many things are in it, but there's a lot. And I think there's maybe like a fifth or a fourth of it, probably like a fifth of it that was included in Michael Arcane's Magic Emporium.
Right. Actually, I want to say maybe I got it from you for my game.
Like I'm pretty sure I did send it to you at some point.
Yeah, I don't know what I would even really want.
I mean, shit, there's always +2, weapon or something like that.
I'd probably get more AC. Like a cloak of protection.
I could sure as shit use more AC. Mine's 15.
Yeah.
Your normal AC when you're just like your regular self?
My normal AC is 15, and when I'm in the waveform, it's 14.
What armor do you use?
What's that?
You should pick up a shield, dude.
I don't know how does shields work with like using your somatic components.
Well, you're proficient with shields, right? As a druid, I
don't think so.
No?
I doubt it.
I want to say maybe you are.
Armor, does it say? Oh, you're homebrew.
Druids will not wear armor or shield. Oh yeah, so I am proficient with shields. It just can't be made of metal.
Right. So you need to get yourself like a cool coral shield or something. And then I think as long as you're proficient with the shield, you can still do the hand components, or you may have to pick up Warcaster.
Are you wearing armor?
Yeah, I'm wearing a chain shirt, and I don't remember what that actually is functionally.
It's made of shark teeth, though?
Yeah.
Very Rufio. I think a chain shirt is medium.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think I picked just like the best one that was not with disadvantage. Yeah, it's a 13 plus your dex mod. So yeah, that's what gives me 15. Oh yeah, and I did plan on like trying to get like a breastplate, but I need it to be. It can't be made of metal, so I need like. I was sort of tentatively planning on trying to find a, like a fucking
A
The
big
dragon
sand
hide.
dollar.
like a big like dragon turtle scale or something like that that I could make into armor.
Yeah,
We've
you
got
guys could if it's for. I mean, if it's for you guys, I think that you could probably convince the captain if you guys wanted to use that blue dragon hide in order to make armor or shields or something.
I frantically checked my tool proficiencies, hoping that maybe I had like leather tools or whatever, but I don't. It's all boat related.
You could hire somebody in Mulahara.
Yeah, we don't have any money though.
like uh,
How just to
maybe
give
do
Jacob an
something
idea, how I have 312 gold. How much do y'all have?
140 something.
121.
Do you guys
Or-
remember how much you got for the trip from Theed to Cobus when you got paid?
No, but I want to say it was like 1200,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it was over
Really?
1,000.
somewhere
Yeah.
around there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think barring that you don't find any more treasure or anything, or sack any other ships, that you'll probably get, like with this haul and everything, about 800 gold for your voyage.
Fair.
Okay.
So you can be expecting about that much. And I think Hadal would definitely have an idea of what the value of each, just looking at what you got on the ship and everything. Hadal's probably pieced it together, how much you can expect for things and everything. The ship hasn't been damaged too much, so any sort of emergency funds or repairs are going to be, a lot lower. You hired Val on the crew, so any sort of big repair to the engine can kind of take care of itself for the most part.
Are you kind of making up that number, or is that like a percentage of what we've actually like gained?
Before you gained anything from this adventure, I was going to make it around 500, which I would consider to be kind of like a thin payment for each day on like I was thinking like you guys are running pretty thin out of Cobus. You fleed, so you might get like 100 gold per day that you're out on the ocean, which it may have turned into that anyway after you stopped here. But these 3-day excursion or this I don't know, I guess 2 days excursion have gained you a little bit more money out here. But yeah, the cost of you guys going from Cobus to Mulahara with really nothing to trade, each of you were looking at like maybe like 500 or 400 gold. And yeah, I just kind of made that up. I don't really have a good. I guess I could look at like the wealth charts that they make, but you guys would be pretty modest.
Oh, like
You guys
the
would only make, like,
fine
gold,
living,
gold,
tough living.
yeah.
Or
Yeah, I was
You'd make,
I
like,
was
4
on.
gold
I
a
don't
day.
care how you do it at all, but I was just wondering if it was sort of supposed to be off of like what we've like gained, or if like that's like a flat rate. Obviously, above the table, we would sort of expect to be paid more than the crew, but like the actual crew would make
Yeah.
like a couple silver a day, and like technically, Val and Sinclair aren't officers. So like this is an
Yeah.
incredible amount of money for her to pay us for like a job that's not earning any money except for the adventures.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying anything about I'm not saying anything about
No.
doing it different. I'm just
What are
saying
you
like
doing? What are you
is
doing?
there
I also, above the table, as your DM, want you guys to have money to fuck around with.
I know
Yeah.
I'm not saying give us less. I'm just saying I don't understand, and I was wondering what sort of system you're basing it on. Does it
Just
reflect
wanting us to be able to buy cool shit. That's the system, man.
Like a lot of things, it's just me just being a fan over here and just being like, I don't want to break the game, but I don't want to bum you guys out to get to Mulahara and be like, here's 10 gold.
But also I'm sort of thinking like, you know, if as characters we know that we get paid more per day, that would give us as crew reason to drag out a journey longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely not per day. It's just kind of like the size of like the voyage, right? Like if you guys were sailing to Volkovic from Kobus, it'd be like, hey, you're gonna get a lot more money because it's a huge trip. So to like get anybody to agree to go do that, you'd have to.
There's got to be a payoff. Yeah.
There's got to be a payoff for something that big.
But in this case, since like we're not like moving any cargo or we're not on a job, then this is all just coming out of the captain's pocket.
A lot of it is coming out of ship's funds. But I think that you guys, while like Val and Sinclair are not officers, you guys have kind of developed sort of a task force on the ship. And I think that you guys would be getting paid a little bit more than like Jimmy Allwright or one of the unnamed crew. So.
For sure.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Sounds to me better call a task force.
Yeah, because you guys risk life and limb and actually are kind of like treasure gatherers for the ship, you know?
Yeah. We're the only ones actually
yeah.
bringing in anything really at all.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, like maybe each member of the crew isn't getting 800 gold when they land in
right. Yeah.
Mulajara. Yeah. But yeah, I think you guys are a valuable asset to the captain, and especially preventing damage too. You have to think about that, like when the Sahuagin got on and everything. Like, you know, the crew is able to help out, but if they didn't have you on the ship, where would they be? So
In the water.
yeah.
Cool.
So yeah. So the next morning, you guys start to set sail. Unless there's any last things, I think. Question about the townsfolk bodies. Did you guys bury them and take a piece with you? Hair, anything?
I don't think so. I think we took all their whole bodies and stuffed them into the chest of clothing. But before we go to bed for the night, since I've already long rested,
Stuff to the brim.
I'm gonna ask Lilly for like the name of like someone from town who's like proficient with natural shit. Maybe someone who's a bit of like a gatherer. And I want to go with them, and I want to get them, and I want to go down into the cave, and I want to like maybe make some nature checks to see if I can like identify some edible fungi that they might be able to use as like a crop that they could harvest, or maybe other useful fungi.
And I think that Lilly is that person in the community. I think you also are kind of entitled to a share of the harvest as well. Like, I guess that's another question: is how much do you guys leave behind for the community, and how much, like, percentage wise, do you guys take for your ship and for trading?
I think we would take a small share, like maybe 10% or something.
They don't have a way to preserve this, though. It's just a bunch of picked produce that was only okay because of this chest.
Yeah, this chest being kind of opened. So in my mind, the lost lore is that adventurer's body that you found in the cavern with all the flying wasp that was dead on the ground, probably tried to sneak in there, tried to grab something out of the chest, and was running away when he died, but didn't get time to close the chest. And in that time, it kind of cooled off this entire chamber, and they were able to kind of store a hoard of food down there. But yeah, there is, I would say probably that evening, knowing that a lot of the food was going to go bad, there was probably a hearty meal of vegetable and fruit heavy meal that you all enjoyed, the whole crew and the community enjoyed. It's kind of a somber event. Wasn't really a lot of dancing.
Yeah.
But yeah, during that time, I think you're asking Lilly somebody, and she tells you, yeah, that's I mean, everybody here knows how to forage for food and how to, hunt. But I taught my sisters a lot of things. I'm really the only one who reads anything about it.
It's really just that I want to be able to point out some useful sources of food from within the cave, since there's a lot of mushrooms and things growing there. And so I want someone from the community to be able to know what it is that I'm pointing out, that could identify it. So, it's not just me saying, go get the purple ones, and then they die because they eat the wrong purple ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can get my cousin Rose. I don't think she's she was kind of against you guys, being here and everything, but I think that after the events, I think that she'd be helpful for any sort of tips that you can give her. And she goes over, she gets her cousin, who kind of drags her feet a little bit at the idea of like crawling down into this cave where so much has happened and everything, but Lilly takes some time over the meal and convinces her to go down. And I think that night, you guys go down into the cave. It's kind of bioluminescent fungi down here. A lot of it is, so it kind of glows down here. There's a little bit of light. And when you guys get down there, Hadal, go ahead and do a nature check with advantage down here. Lily's kind of helping you out, kind of point certain things out.
I got a 17.
Okay. Yeah, I think that with that, you're able to show Rose kind of where the food's stored. The brothers in the community and the other guys start making harnesses, like and baskets to kind of be lowered down for certain things. So getting down and up is a little bit easier. You go down there and you show them a solid source of food, kind of keeping them away from certain things. Maybe some of the bioluminescent fungi has useful purposes, but would make you sick if you ate it. Or maybe there's certain things that, this definitely needs to be cooked all the way through. Some of these you can just eat right out of the ground. You kind of show them around the area. I think that the community, because of that, has a good sense of like, okay, we really have to start canning a lot of things. We have to start preserving. We have a lot of work ahead of us, and we have some valuable members of the community that won't be around. So I think they got a lot on their plate, but there's also like a source of, one, security that comes with all of this, knowing that it's not going to keep happening. And two, like, we will have to add mushroom to the diet. It wasn't a huge part, but now it's going to be pretty large. So
Cool.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on the Adder Farm or on this island before you guys head out? Any conversations you'd like to have? Anything?
No.
Can we get anything useful from the queen's body?
Yeah, go ahead and make a survival check.
Oh yeah.
Four. That's not my bag.
Yeah. You got some big ass wings on this thing.
Nasty
Yeah.
stuff.
Nasty stuff. Yeah,
Is there anything magically useful? Could I try Arcana? Do I recognize any? I saw it do that confusion.
I'll say a 4 gives you disadvantage on it. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh dear. Well, okay. With disadvantage though for Arcana, that's a 15 still.
Ooh, 15. So I'll give you 2 things. Yeah, one, the eyes of the queen. Yeah. You remember the confusion that hit the captain, and I think Hadal got confused by the Umber Hulks. I think the Umber Hulks are probably a little easier to kind of salvage from. So you're able to get, I'll say, like 4 eyes off of them that are still intact. That you don't know what you can do with them, but you think like, hey, we might be able to do something with these parts.
Someone might want to.
So yeah, maybe, I don't know, make goggles of confusion, or I don't know, something.
Oh yeah.
And the other thing I'll say is that the wasp had an effect that could spew like a cold spray out of their stingers rather than just stinging. So you take a stinger and kind of cut open the abdomen of one of these and take out kind of the glands that are attached to the stinger, hoping to maybe figure out how to make some freezing spray. That would be helpful with all sorts of things, whether it's an attacking something or putting out a fire possibly, or who knows. But you have the components, but you don't actually have the thing. So maybe it might take some nature rolls, maybe some tinkering checks.
Every boat needs a fire extinguisher.
Oh, perfect.
That's wild.
Even pirates obey this. Yeah, I think that night Val would sit with Lono and fix Zenith, but just be with him.
You really think Hadal can pull it all off?
His magic is it's grand. It's unlike anything I've seen before. If he says he can do it, he'll do it. I don't know what it'll look like. But he'll do it. You'll get him back.
You know, death isn't really that heavy of a thing for those who pass, but it's really heavy for those who continue on after that, you know. I imagine that his burden would be the heaviest, knowing that people are expecting him to bring everyone back and be all right.
Aye, that's true. Well, we'll just look out for each other, I suppose.
I suppose that's all we can do. Sometimes life doesn't give you any other options. It's sort of easier that way, you know. Feels like life is simpler when you have one way to go.
What are you talking about? You got 1 week to go. You still got plenty of ways to go. We'll figure this out. It's not over. No door has been shut to you.
I'm not talking about the larger picture. I'm talking about when you know that the next step, let's say, is to save Koa, right? That's easier than an open sea, right? That's a river. We're sailing down and we're going right towards the end of it. We know what the next objective is. It's easier that way.
Some purpose.
No purpose. Makes it easier. Options are limited. You know, I'm not running away. I'm not walking away. I'll take Koa and I'll swim to Mulajara if I have to and figure this out. but at least I know what I'm doing next. It's what comes after that that's confusing.
Aye.
What about you? On the run. Mom's angry. What's your next step?
Fucking with him, I think.
That's good.
I mean, we can't hide from it. We can't run from it. We can't
Hiding only
redeem
gets
it,
you
I think.
found.
So what's left but to stop them? Yeah, how are you taking the news, knowing what we know now about what your father's been involved with? Welcome to the club, I guess.
Yeah. You know, I always wanted to stay away from that world. It wasn't mine, but I was handed a doorknob to it when I was born. I didn't really have any interest in walking through that door. I feel like I made the right choice a long time ago. I just wish that I wish somebody wasn't trying to force that doorknob on me at all times. I tried hiding, and it only gets you found. And I've tried running, and it only gets you caught. So, I don't know.
I mean,
I guess just fucking with it, right?
that's what I've got. That's where I've landed. We can reject our titles all we want, but that doesn't make it true. That doesn't change where we're from. As fucking Kai Faro would remind us, it doesn't change our blood. So,
Yeah. Maybe that's the power of our titles, the ability to fuck with it. If we were nobodies, I don't know. There's a lot of people on this ship that don't come from royalty. They seem to be pretty good at fucking it up, but I don't know if I would have been one of those people.
well, everyone's
Maybe.
got their different skills. You're a storyteller, right?
Seems like I'm more of a story collector than I am a teller sometimes. See more
Well,
than I share.
maybe your part is telling what you've seen, making so that they can't do this shit in secret anymore. I mean, who knows what happens next? Stay safe. We'll get Koa, you'll stay safe, but reach out to us, reach out to anyone you can. When this all happened, when the war happened last time, the Warforged production stopped because of the public outcry. If people knew what was going on now, maybe the same thing could happen. You just got to get it out there.
I'm not a very brave person. Ko is the brave one. Right? I'm the comic relief of the group sometimes. But yeah, I think once he comes back, I think that might be the right way to go about it, is telling tales and going from place to place and sharing the story and showing the proof and fucking it all up.
Sweet, sweet.
Sweet,
You want to
sweet.
give me a hand with this?
Yeah, what do you do?
I'm making a homunculus.
Yeah. I think it's going to turn out all right. And he gives you a little bardic inspiration.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a tinkering check. You know
Sure.
what you're doing. You've done this before. It's just a matter of how much time it's going to take.
That's a 30.
Pretty good start. Pretty good start.
What's his part? Just
Yeah, I'll say that yeah, by the with a D, what would it be, D8?
oh, his bardic's a D8.
I would imagine at this level.
Another 5, so 35.
Yeah. By the morning, a shiny new homunculus is flying around the ship. Taking
Question: does it still have the information on it that it had before?
Is that contained in its core?
Is it?
I fucking A. I think it might be. Because there's nothing in the homunculus that.
Yeah, I would say like how I imagined it was the core was okay, but the actual mechanical components on the outside of it were crushed, so it couldn't move, it couldn't fly, it couldn't do anything, and you had to repair all of that. And I'll say with a 35, yeah, you get it up and running. The information that was stored on it is still there. This is just Zenith Mark II right here.
Thank the gods. Yeah, that's got all our maps, all our clues, all our everything. Oh, that's great. That's great.
The inventory notes.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, if there's nothing else to do on the island itself, and if there is, please let me know. But I'll say that you guys pass. You all get your long rest in. Jimmy Allright is still pretty slow going the next day, with 2 points of exhaustion. But he's up doing his chores, getting everything ready with the rest of the crew. Do you guys set sail the next day?
I think so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. With that, you start going to Mulajara. Second.
Fresh pranks.
Yeah. What's the next morning like? You guys are back on the sea. Beautiful day. You can see the storm rolling by in the distance as you guys get back on track. It takes you a little bit, a few hours to get back on to the pirate passage back to Mulajara. Yeah. What are some things that you guys are doing in your time this morning on the ship?
I'm gonna find Lilly. Lilly, all right. It's your first full day on the ship. Welcome. Sorry about yesterday, but a crew itself is like a family, right? You take care of each other, you protect each other, but the key thing you need to drive home right now. So you got one eye on the horizon, right? At all time. One eye on what you're doing, tying ropes, learning ropes. You're always looking around. You look around, you scan, you're getting a nice rhythm, like 2 seconds, look around.
Okay.
Do your thing, 2 seconds, look around. Because danger comes from anywhere, right?
Yeah.
All right, good. I'm gonna check in with you later. A pat her on the back. I go up to a couple more guys. You see me pointing off.
Okay.
Showing them, reminding them that they need to look around all the time.
Go ahead and do this is just going to be a charisma check. This is just going to be you kind of outlining with the crew more and more.
Okay, that's 11, 12. So it's 15.
Very good. Yeah. You set her up. You put her with some people that kind of have been you've seen kind of do a really good job on the ship, kind of exemplary crew members, good people to learn from. They might not be the best teachers, but she seems pretty bright. She knows her knots already, She never been on a ship this big before, but she seems to be put in a good position. The rest of the crew, with little casualties to the crew, everybody's in good spirits. There's been good food. You guys are close to Mulajara, so spirits are kind of high. Yeah, I think that you find yourself, more and more connected with the crew around you. And I think that morale is definitely increasing. Yeah, I think it's great.
Could I come up to Lilly and Sinclair with a big armful of foul-smelling clothes?
Yeah.
Oi, would you help me really quick put these all up in the rigging?
You stinky clothes?
They're Agathor's.
Oh, Jesus.
I've nicked them in the
Yeah.
night.
Who's Agathor?
Is this a prank?
Help quick before he wakes up. Before he wakes up, help me.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna show you the top of the rigging now. And we start.
This is lesson 1.
Yeah,
This
nat
one goes
20
up.
on her climbing up the rigging. She keeps up with you.
Sweet.
Could I have stolen in the night, maybe with Lono's help, all of Agathor's clothes?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a sleight of
He
hand.
doesn't have that many.
He probably
with
does.
Lono's help, go with advantage.
Sleight of hand? Or stealth?
Sleight of hand. Yeah, sleight of hand.
Okay. 16. Oh, with advantage.
Yeah.
Still 16.
Yeah. It's. I mean, you've been in Hadal's quarters that he shares with Agathor once or twice. You kind of have to hold your breath when you go in, which helps with the stealth. And you're able to grab Agathor's day clothes, as he calls them. They're not very well washed. You're able to kind of grab his items and take him out, and the next morning without any problem, he just snores the night away. Every exhale is another just rotten smell coming out of here.
Beautiful.
Yep. So you guys come up to the rigging. You rig them up. Their pants are just kind of blowing in the breeze as the ship moves forward. The wind kind of poofs them up. His dwarvish pants kind of make a little. What do you call those? They're like airports. Yeah, they're like the
wind sign?
flags.
Oh, the wind sign.
Yeah. Just up on the top.
How fast are we going?
You got pretty good winds behind you. The storm has added is kind of pushing air back towards the direction that you want to be going. So sails are full. You guys are making a good time to get there. If all goes well, you should be pulling into Mulajara by tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just want to say that I'm posted up on the mat on the quarter deck, gust of winding into the sails.
Awesome. Yeah, just added to it, like you got the wind behind you. You got Hadal up on deck, just gusting into the sails, especially around turns and everything that might slow you down. Pushing through, cutting off time here and there. Everything looks good. Getting to Mulajara now.
Hadal! Hey, mate. Don't worry. We're going to get Thimble back.
We'll do our best.
What if he comes back super hot?
Oh, wow. What if he comes back as a Triton?
Oh, wow. That would be wild.
You'd be a bit conflicted, I
1%
suppose.
on the Triton, I'm pretty sure.
I will have left in Agathor's room, I guess, a little tinkered item that when he wakes up tells him, you'll get your wee clothes back after you bathe.
In an
Yeah,
accent.
This prank brought to you on behalf of all the whores in Mulajara.
Mhm. Good advice.
Yeah, you see him walk up onto the deck, and just a pair of stained boxers. Where are they? I'm sick and tired of this prank war. I've had it up to here with it.
It's hard to understand you over the smell, mate.
Yeah.
A couple of the crew are laughing about, you fuckers. I'll show you. All right, Agathor, still got it where it counts. And he's going to put on a show trying to climb up the rigging. With a 9, he flounders quite a bit as he bends up to grab things.
Great for morale.
These boxers have seen better days, and now all of you have seen half of Agathor's ass as he crawls up this thing. All right, dwarves aren't afraid of a mountain. As he climbs up, just telling stories of his glory days as he climbs up. It's great for morale. The prank war, I think, is going quite well as far as prank wars go.
Best case scenario, lower pranks.
Best case scenario.
Lower stakes
Yeah.
prank.
Lower stakes pranks. Cool. That's what you guys kind of do with your morning, Hadal. What are you just getting into, just guessing up on that sail? Do you have any conversations with anyone?
If anybody's working near me, I might, chat them up a little bit, but mostly I'm just doing that, scanning the horizon, watching the water.
Cool. Yeah. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
23.
He's watching that water.
No drop unaccounted for.
When you guys are sailing, you're making great time. Bays are starting to open up. These like wider bays that might be a mile, maybe 2 miles in diameter. There's some larger ones even coming up. So the passageway is really kind of lending itself to, the water gets kind of still in these bays, so you really need, Hadal's help to kind of push through there. It's in those tighter channels where the wind's kind of funneled in there that you really make a lot of speed. But the bays are great because it means you're getting closer to the Bay of Mulajara. In one of these bays on a 23, Hadal, you spot the mast of another ship in one of these bays on the opposite end, sails down.
I call to the captain. I say, Captain, I see a mast ahead.
She comes up. Okay. Fly the flag. Fly the colors, please. And the order is given, and the Death Tyrant flag, the skull and crossbones of a dead beholder are flown up, and it takes a few minutes, but you see a similar flag being lifted up on the ship on the other end of the bay. You guys continue sailing in that direction, giving space between you and that ship. They're not near the passageway. They're kind of, let's say the bay is a big circle. You come in at 6 o'clock. You want to leave at 12 o'clock. They're kind of off in the 8:30 area. 10 o'clock area. Kind of over there, and you see. Go ahead and Badal roll a history check for me. This is to see if you recognize the ship after all your time pirating.
15.
Okay. The ship's relatively known in the pirate community. This is one of the Pirate King's kind of more favored crews. You've never met this captain. You've only heard a little bit about her. Captain Breinhart is a kind of a famous figure of in the pirate community. You know this ship to be called the Deliverance. It's a large ship, 3 masts on it. You know that she has a small fleet, her own little armada that usually floats with her, this being the main ship. You're guessing that she's probably entering into Mulajara herself. And as you guys get closer and closer, you can see that all of the crew on the ship, after you guys get closer and kind of, they could tell that you're just passing through. All the crew's at attention on the ship, and you see kind of a figure that is probably the captain, standing near the edge of the ship, and there's one other figure that kind of sticks out to you because they're sticking off of the ship. There is a plank extended from this ship, and there is a figure on the end of it, and it seems as though the captain is facing them, seeming hands behind her back, and it's a few moments as you guys are passing the ship that figure, she walks forward and pushes that character off into the water.
We all see this?
You all see this as you guys are kind of sailing by. I would say that you probably have a half mile in between you and that ship. Oh, HUD, you're muted.
There we go. We didn't recognize the person that was plank walking.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Sure. 18? Huh?
You don't recognize them.
Okay.
I don't think you know them, but you can see their kind of body language, and they seem to be hands out, like talking, kind of gesturing a lot, and you see like hands clasped, and they kind of bend down a little bit. They wobble on the plank a little bit, and they're gesturing to other members of the ship as she walks closer and closer. And he puts up a small fight against her, and she's able to get out of his grasp and elbow him off of the plank.
Cool. I'm gonna send Murray to go telepathically to go save him.
Yeah.
Do you make any motion to do that?
Once he's cast and up, he's just around. So if he doesn't get killed, or if I don't get knocked out, he's just around permanently. You know, there's no time limit
But
on
to
him.
command him, do you make any?
Oh, I don't think so. It's a telepathic bond, so I can, like, I guess, quietly summon him from wherever he's at.
Nice.
Which is somewhere near the ship. He's been chilling with us since the.
Yeah, I imagine he just does a security.
Exactly.
Around the ship. Occasionally, like, you'll be underwater and you'll just get like octopus.
Yeah.
Shark.
Yeah.
A lot of fish pings. A lot of fish pings. Every
a lot of good fishing. Yeah, he's like your fish finder radar on like fishing and stuff like that. You can see like, oh, there's something big down there.
You got to learn to tune it out because it fish.
He's very excited. He's very excitable.
He goes underwater. Can you roll? Do you want him? I'm guessing he goes underwater and is doing this stealthily.
Yeah, covert. I mean, is the guy tied up, or like how does walking the plank work? Like they just drop you off?
His feet were tied up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If I see Murray going toward that ship at all, I would put a hand like firmly on Sinclair's shoulder, like let it go. Not this one.
Huh?
I don't think we should mess. It's not our business.
Can you persuade me?
Probably not.
Well, I'm good at persuasion, but my insight might be not good.
No, that's a 9.
Well, I'll still contest it because I also got a 9.
Roll off.
Persuade. You don't contest being. What are you rolling?
Yeah,
that was insight. That was a +1 insight check.
Maybe this would just be what's your charisma is your kind of as a paladin's kind of conviction, right?
I guess I really don't know.
Your spellcasting modifier and everything is your charisma bonus.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say add whatever your charisma bonus is. This is kind of her persuading you against your own convictions.
Okay, then yeah, that's a 12 instead of a 9.
Yeah, I think Murray continues to go towards. Sinclair doesn't give the telepathic message to stop him. Go ahead and roll a stealth check for Murray.
Okay.
And then, yeah, this is just Murray going out and retrieving this character. I'll have to make another check to collect the character and bring it back without being seen.
So he's got +1 to Dex. So he is underwater. Hey, that's a 19 though. He got a 19 stealth.
Okay. Yeah, great. Murray continues to go over there. You see Val very
calculating.
Very calculating.
Calculating our odds seeing this.
Yeah. I mean, especially after the talk about moral compasses and everything, this seems to be a step in a different direction right here from Val. There's kind of like everybody's looking out of the corner of their eye, but everybody's like acting like they're doing work and everything on the ship. After the character is pushed off of the Deliverance, a lot of the crew go back to work kind of immediately, as if they were just commanded to, and they kind of you almost see it like there's a few characters that are standing watch over the side, maybe to make sure this character doesn't try to come back onto the ship in any way. And they seem to have like large poles, like pole arms, that they might knock something off the side of the ship or something. But the vast majority of the crew immediately goes back to whatever they were doing, and you start to see, as you guys are leaving this area, kind of sailing past, that the sails start to go back up, Murray, go ahead and I mean, Murray's pretty good at finding things. Let's say that Murray collects him. Go ahead and do another stealth check now for Murray. The DC's a little higher now because he's closer to the ship, the Deliverance.
That's not okay. That's a 15. Lower.
All right. with a 15, you see a couple of the people standing guard point something out, and one of them takes one of the spears up in their hand, and you can see there's a large kind of point with a recurved kind of secondary point behind it. This is a harpoon, and they throw it into the water. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for Murray.
Okay. He doesn't have that either, so +1, that's a 5.
All right. Look up harpoon damage.
I'll tell you, he actually has 19 HP, but if this guy kills him, he will get 100 XP.
He'll get a 100 XP for killing
I
Murray.
guess, yeah, that's the
Six.
warlord
This
stat.
guy's gonna level up. Unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna be the damage is gonna be enough to take out Murray. Yeah, they do 10 points of damage to Murray.
Okay.
Yeah. And you just hear a "ow" in your head from Murray.
My boy.
And Murray collects the figure and dives deep down. Yeah, I think Murray would probably be smart enough to book it back to the ship and go on to the far side of the ship.
Hell yeah, of course. I told him
Yeah.
all this. He knows exactly what to do.
Yeah. And Murray is able to bring him back up over onto the other side. And this figure, when they break the water, clinging onto Murray's neck, holding on to the harpoon on him as well, splashes around in the water. Help! 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 Please!
What'd you do, mate?
Toss down ropes.
Rope,
Oh,
please!
Hey, you're fine. You're fine. What'd you do, mate?
I didn't do anything, I swear. I swear, I was just... She's fucking crazy, man. She's fucking crazy.
What'd they say you did?
I don't know, man. I don't know. She's fucking just snapped on that ship, man. You can't do anything right. Do an insight check on this guy.
Yeah, I think I will, and I think I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth. I did terribly on the inside.
Okay. You cast Zone of Truth.
Oh yeah, he's got to make a Charisma save.
Okay. He tries to resist, but fails the saving throw.
Sweet. So I know he failed. You know whether each creature succeeds. Okay, so I know that he failed. Wait, what'd you do? What'd they say you did? They just decided to kill you?
Everyone on that ship is so unhappy. I wasn't the first to say it.
Oh, wait, he's not on the ship, right? He can say it, technically?
Yeah, he's not on the ship. He's still in the water, I would imagine, holding on to Murray.
Right.
Murray. I was just talking about a change in the operation and the hierarchy and everything. She just went crazy, man. She just went crazy.
shit starter.
Right. Well,
Please. I'm gonna die out here.
you know anything? What was your job? What was your job on the ship?
I was a carpenter.
Do you know how to cook?
I can cook really shittily food. I can make beans, and I overcook the meat normally.
He is very well. Yeah, Zone of Truth.
We're
You
down a
work,
carpenter.
you work for free?
Normally, I've never worked for free, and if you took me on, I would expect some sort of payment, and I'd be very sour if I didn't get any.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, we'll get you some kind of payment. But you gotta really cook them beans, okay?
Uh, I'm I'm not the best at cooking beans, mate.
Well, we've got plenty of carpentry to do as well. Say, do you know any like good intel? Maybe
I
you know
know,
stuff.
I do know things. Yeah, I mean, I knew what our missions were and everything, and and you know, there was talk on the ship. I've heard some things. Yes.
Oh,
Is he like
Bring them
riding
on.
Murray's back like alongside the ship?
Yeah, that's how
yeah.
I imagine it.
Murray is his buoy.
And
Well, I mean,
Because we're still going like top speed, right?
yeah.
Murray
But
can go
Murray's,
pretty
Murray's
fast.
pretty quick.
Murray can dash like 120 in the water.
Murray just keeps out.
I just imagine, yeah, like the ship's going and this guy's like hollering up and there's just like waves like crashing into him. He's like,
He's like jet skiing.
And he's half drowned because of the half mile
yeah.
swim underwater.
And Murray
Um,
is also in the zone of truth and is just giving you his truth. Ow.
I love you
Fish.
so much.
Well, Hadal, what you think? We need a cook, huh? And a carpenter.
I think you'll have to take it up with the captain. I'm not sure she's going to be keen on wanting to take aboard a crewman who was just made to walk the plank on another ship.
Is the captain
So,
was the captain on the deck when we saw this other ship?
The captain could be brought up to the ship.
I'll just
To the
go.
deck.
I'll just run down to
Yeah.
the captain and go and talk to her.
We're leaving
Please
this
don't leave
guy.
me down here.
Just hang on one second.
I'm
Murray's
not
got
a
you,
great
mate.
swimmer. I'm not great. I know how to do the backstroke.
You'll. Hey,
Just
zone
hold
of truth.
on.
Zone of truth. You'll be fine. I'll be right back.
You go down to the captain's quarters. Knock on
Correct.
the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
She opens the door. Yes, what can I help you with?
Captain, I did something rather rash, but so there was that ship over there. They was making the guy walk the plank, and I had Murray go get him. And we've got him now. He's on the side of the ship. He's a carpenter. He can kind of cook. I think he used the M word on their ship, and everybody went crazy on him. But he's got intel, perhaps, and he'll basically work for free.
Well, let's go up and see the situation. She starts to go up the stairs. She looks over at the other ship. Oh, shit.
Do I clock this?
Yeah, you see the captain get up, kind of walking up the stairs, and then, ducks back down. Did they kick him off the ship? He's not
Yeah.
on our ship, is he?
No, he's on the side of the ship right now.
What kind of intel does he have? Is it really, really good?
He said he knew like what jobs they was doing, and he can cook beans.
That's Captain Breinhardt over there. She is.
He said she was crazy.
She's a bit of a bitch. Cold, calculating. We don't quite get along. At least I've never got the feeling that we are on good terms. She's very close to the Pirate King. Very cutthroat. I don't know if he hasn't told you any of the good intel, no? Nothing spicy. I mean, if we go in, she's headed to Mulajara, we could be, well, I don't want to be at odds with her.
Right. Well, I mean, what happens when we get to Mulahara? Do they like inspect the ship and?
Well, um, they didn't see us get the mutant here. No,
No, no, no. He's on the other side of the ship, so they can't see him.
that's good. That's good. And there's no trace or anything like that. What the fuck? The fact that we are passing, that makes if she sees him, or if any of the crew see him, of the Deliverance on Mulahara, shit, you know, things spread, gossip spreads like wildfire on Mulahara.
Right. So what if we take him and we just kill him, right?
Kill him.
And then we
Okay.
reincarnate him using Hadal's magic. They'll never know who this guy is, you know?
Does he have money?
I would think no, not a lot.
Sinclair, I'm going to make a hard call here. I don't think this is a good idea.
Right. Okay. All right.
All right.
Then. Okay. Right. We'll cut him loose.
Sorry.
It's okay. I run back out there.
I'm like yelling things down at him, making him tell the truth, like asking him embarrassing things.
So.
What's the last? Do you ever wet your pants? You ever?
I wet my pants before I jump. Before that, it was, I struggle sometimes with drinking a little bit, and so it's a problem that I'm willing to admit I have now. Although I hide it from myself, I tend to use it to mask the pain of my childhood that I was growing up with. My father was an
Well,
alcoholic.
Sinclair,
Yeah.
sorry, I was messing with him. How long does that last?
I think it's like 10 minutes or something. Let me look.
I've always heard about autofolk. I've always wanted to see one.
10 minutes.
They're rather cute people.
Oh, thank you. Well, look, mate, I got kind of bad news. Unless your intel is like super good, I gotta cut you loose. So like, you got any
It's
good
just
thinking?
okay.
It's just okay. Right.
That's not ideal.
How far are we from land?
You are at top speed about a day away. About maybe a day and a half, more likely.
From land? From any land?
Oh, from land?
Oh yeah, not Mulahara in general.
Murray could probably bring him over to the other side, the far side of the bay.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, hey man, best of luck. We're gonna put you over here, and you're gonna make your best go of it.
I don't know how to make a fire.
Well, look, what you do, you take two dry sticks, you just kind of scrape them back and forth for a while, and then they catch fire. It's
I
crazy.
don't think that's how it works, but I don't know enough
Pretty
about
sure.
fire to disprove it.
No, I read that in a book one time.
Okay. I'm very, very bummed right now. This is almost as bad as getting kicked off the boat.
He's slowly
Is it though?
Murray's slowly veering away. But you're gonna live, mate.
Probably not.
I assume you will. Yeah, not with that attitude. Yeah, Murray ferries him away peacefully.
Fish. Yeah. Murray, he's left to kind of splash and swim away. The Deliverance doesn't take notice of him. Thankfully, and Murray's able to come back, but Murray has a harpoon in him currently that he's not a big fan of.
I'm gonna clamber down the side of the boat and yank that. Yank that harpoon and give him
Yeah, you
10
got a harpoon to
10
add to your
Nice.
to your inventory.
Is that other ship in front of us now? They like lowered sails and sailed away, or they're still
They're turning around and kind of sailing a safe distance behind you guys.
behind us?
Yeah, they were you guys were sailing full steam past them when this all happened, and they had their sails down, and then once he was kicked off, they brought sails up, turned around slowly, and now are headed in the direction kind of following you down the path to Mulajara.
I don't love that. Are these enemies?
They're not friends.
Should we let
I
them
would
pass?
No. That would be strange. They might take it the wrong way. I know Captain Breinhardt to be cold, but I don't think we have any problem as long as we fly the colors and don't provoke them. I don't think we'll have any problem with her. However, we have eyes on us. The closer we get to Mulajara, the more ships we'll see passing through. Most likely tomorrow you'll see a few more ships either leaving the island or going to it, converging in different ways. But this is not the best person you want tailing you. It's like having the cops behind you in a cart. Just play it cool. Stick to your jobs, your duties, and yeah, everything will be fine. We'll just keep going full steam ahead.
Aye,
With it being so late, we'll say that the rest of the time on the water passes kind of uneasily, at least for the captain, as she might come up on the deck and inspect things, and occasionally kind of to the side. Are they still there? And occasionally, yeah, Captain, they're still behind. Okay, well, that's good. And she just like stiffly spends a lot of her time in her office. Maybe you visit her once or twice with a message, and you see her looking out a back window out of binoculars.
Through the blinds are like
You know.
each other.
can I come up to Hadal and be like, is there something going on with the captain and this other captain?
Do I know anything about that?
Roll a history check.
4.
Yep. Not
Life
much.
is real.
Yeah. You don't see the captain get this way with anyone, not even when she has to go talk to the Pirate King. But I will say, just general knowledge, her and the Pirate King seem to have a good relationship with each other. As cold as he can be, as cutthroat as he can be, Captain Darktide is in his good graces. So you probably know that this ship is as well, that that this ship is pretty cutthroat, but you've never seen the captain, interact with this captain before. With a 4, yeah, you probably don't get much else out of that. So the days go by, or the day goes by, and the next day passes without issue. The sun sets, and you guys keep sailing full steam ahead, and it's late. The crew's about to change guard for the night when somebody up ahead starts ringing a bell. Len! And ahead in the distance, you guys see kind of the twinkling lights of torches and lanterns glowing in the distance. What look to stack up on this cliffside, kind of this rock kind of jutting out of the water seems to have would almost look like ends of ships coming out of it. You see mast, you see on the water spread out in front, what you thought were reflections were just more and more ships bound together with lights on them. A few more boats are coming into this area, and ahead under the moonlight, illuminated in dark clouds, kind of tucked away in this cove. It's closer than you thought you might see it on the horizon coming up, but as you turn around, Mulajara comes into view. At night, there's an orange glow near the base of it. All the ships and lights converge, and it almost seems like this fireplace, as this illuminated base of this jagged rock kind of lifts up taller and taller as it gets. Less lights are up on there, but you don't have to be too close. You can already hear the sounds of life coming from there, and from here it sounds like cheering and yelling and clanging. Even from this far away, the sound carries across the water. It sounds raucous. It sounds dangerous. And at night, anything can happen in Mulajara. And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We made it.
We made it. We made it.
Fun! I like that you guys did not save him. That's very piratey of you.
You. Now it's politics.
You gotta try, you know? You gotta try. Captain says no.
I figured if Hadal had been aware of what Sinclair was doing, he would have been like, nah, because I figured that's not chill.
Yeah. That's probably against the pirate code.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's not directly against the
Yeah,
pirate, even if it's not like directly against the pirate code, it's sort of like undermining another, captain's decision, and the captain even of another ship is still above me. And yeah, I guess the assumption is, it's not our business. / they probably deserve
better
it.
reasons. Yeah.
His intel was only so also.
It's just okay.
I still have no idea. That's perfect.
Cool. Well,
in the in between.
In the in between, get ready to get onto Mulajara. Now that our first foray into the 10,000 Islands is done, we find ourselves in the heart of it, with plenty to do, plenty of time, and plenty of decisions to make. So, a lot of RP sessions probably coming. Maybe a few salacious fights here and there. It's a rough and rowdy place, and I'm excited that you guys are there. This is I'm gonna try to. Colin came up with this place, so I'm gonna try to do it justice.
All good.
Excited. What is okay for the reincarnations? We have to find $1,000 worth of lotion somewhere for times 4.
Yeah.
Unguents, indeed.
Let me see.
If I take another paladin level, I will have Revivify at that point. But we still
But
need
it's
to
too late
become-
for any of them, huh?
Well, they're in the
Yeah.
fridge.
I mean, you have to revivify within like the first minute.
Oh, really? It's not like 8 hours or something?
No.
General repose.
There's another spell in addition to reincarnate and revivify. I don't remember what it is.
Mm.
You could always turn them into zombies. Probably somebody
Oh,
in Mulajara
God.
can do that.
That necromantic stone, just
Ooh, there you go.
Shit.
get that out of here. Oh,
That's in a
Dyer's
backup
nasty.
holding though.
Yeah,
in a
that's
deadly
safe.
flame
That's
right now.
that's tucked away. That's safe.
For sure.
But if all fails, listen,
Would you rather have a zombie dad or no dad?
zombie
Exactly.
thimble sounds pretty cool.
All the magic, none of the gab?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to.
That's grown on me.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the reincarnate spell go down before, so
Me
this will
neither.
be fun. Maybe think of a way of what it looks like even if it's not according to the spell components or something. I don't know if you have to bury them or if there's some sort of ceremony involved. Maybe how Hadal would have learned this. This seems like a pretty crazy spell. So yeah, maybe you just get a little creative with it if you want. And
Yeah, I've never been sure how to handle that story-wise with a spell that it's not like I've always known it. Like I just learned it. Just for those that are curious, here are the spells that can bring people back to life.
Resurrection, I think, is the one, or True Resurrection, I think, was the one that and what's the difference between Resurrection and True Resurrection?
Well, Resurrection, actually, I'm not sure.
I accidentally typed it into the page I was on rather than opening a new tab.
No.
Resurrection is pretty costly. It seems like you have to have the body, and it fucks up. Like, they have penalties when they come back, and then you also can't cast spells for the rest of the day. And where True Resurrection just seems like within the past 200 years, if they didn't die of old age, you can just pretty much name a name and bring them back.
Perfect. Hadal gets that by level 18 or 17.
Sick.
Wow.
It looks like Resurrection is exactly like Raise Dead. It has the same penalty.
What's the difference? Is just how long the person can be dead before you can cast it.
Probably, yeah.
Resurrection costs 1,000 gold, whereas Raise Dead is only 500. And then Raise Dead doesn't tax you, the spellcaster, the same way.
There you go.
Cool. I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, me too.
Carry on.
I want to reincarnate people because I want them to change races because that's fun. But
That's so cool.
That's so fun.
it seems likely that we could find somebody that could raise the dead because it's only a 5th level deal. Reincarnate's 5th level, so anyone who's as powerful as me could do it. It's done by bards, clerics, and paladins. Also, can be within 10 days. That's definitely.
I want Thimble to come back as a jacked minotaur.
Koa is.
I'd be cool if Koa did. I don't want Thimble coming back
He's
as
a
an
monk.
cool. I want it to come back as like a Lokothaw fish person or something lame.
I really want Lily's dad to come back as a goblin or something really, really just small.
They have to grapple with that.
Yeah, they just have to live with that now. Everybody else is normal. They all get standard human, and he's just like this little goblin that just comes back. Hey, listen, I'm always gonna love ya.
Hey, kiddo. Yeah.
Kiddo. Sit down on dad's lap. All right. I remember. Awesome. Hey, you guys.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Cool.
Good game, y'all.
All right, night everybody. Talk to y'all later.
Sweet. Happy 4th.
Sweet.